Welcome everybody back to Learned Mortality, Night 1. Last time on Learned Mortality, a newcomer cooked a cucumber. What will happen today?
Newcomer.
Healing is going to work differently in this campaign. Because we've started at a friendly location, you have the option to reroll health, if you want to.
Oh, I'm good.
However, if we start the session in an unfriendly location, you will not reroll health and you won't regenerate any in between sessions. So, to set the mood, we are going to pick up right back where we left off. In Eso-Tiller. Larry and Elisar. You see out the western side of Eso-Tiller, two sets of glowing eyes padding towards you in the dark.
Melisar,
Yes.
I would suggest you go get the others and warn them that an attack is happening tonight. But I'm actually, instead, you see Larry, you see his shotgun open as he clicks it down and he pulls out a shotgun shell from his thing. But instead I'm gonna warn you to cover your ears. It's about to get loud.
Hey! I'm gonna duck over here for a second. How do these stupid earpiece things work anyway? And I say hey, this is LSR to on-base AI. We are currently under attack at the main entrance.
Elisar, you just hear a little beep, and then you hear a voice coming back to you. Oh, hey, Elisar, is that you? Hello?
Oh, hi, hello there, yes.
What's wrong? I didn't hear all of that.
We've got some sort of creatures in the dark out front. Me and Larry are out here alone right now.
Oh, that's bad. Do you want me to go tell everyone else? I'm gonna go tell everyone else.
You should probably go tell anyone else. Can you, is there any sort of way to conduct ourselves here? Right now, we only see two of them out in the darkness, judging from the glowing of their eyes. Should we get back inside?
I don't know what to tell you, honestly.
Alright, well, we'll just play it by ear.
Okay. Stay safe.
Alright. Alright, Corporal. Help should be on the way. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying
Well, you
right...
just hunker down real quick. Hey!
Yep,
I'm gonna take a
staying
shot.
right down here.
You're gonna take a shot? As you see this
guy.
thing moving? Alright.
Yep.
Elisar's gonna flap over his ears.
You fire off a slug with a crack. That, Elisar, you have to cover your ears just to, make sure you don't take any immediate damage. Larry, you're used to this. And as it blasts out into the snow, everything starts to move all at once. First and foremost, you take a chunk out of its side, dealing 3 damage. And immediately the other one starts running forward. I'm gonna need some initiative.
Sure thing.
You're going to see someone just run around, quick around the corner, just like, guys, we've got frostbitten coming in!
And then they probably hear the crack of
what?
the gun.
And then,
Oh shit! Right. Alright, go! Come on!
oh, I was just gonna,
Later!
yeah! Good luck, Goose looks!
It's okay, I have the power of cucumber!
The door opens and Bliss and Camellia come out. Bliss seems to be checking his watch and looks and sees the commotion and is just immediately like, oh, I'm sorry, I completely lost track of time. Yeah, don't let me stop you.
Yeah, it's immediate nightfall. Good to know.
We get about 3 hours of daylight around here.
You know what? You're right.
Are we able to just make it out there, or is there
You'll be able to make it out there after 2 rounds of combat.
Alright. Cool.
Great, I've got to keep
Shouldn't we-
Elisar alive.
Should we go with the south exit second right away?
You good?
I feel like we should go outside just in case there's something else along the way, like in case there's a flank or something going on.
Might be a good idea, yeah.
Millie's gonna pull up her headset and just be like,
I'll be sure to get you guys info if you're able to get close to them. Not saying that you have to get close to them, but if you can, that would be really nice.
I just hope they don't get close to us.
Yeah, me too.
for the time being, I want to head back over here. This sort of beast running forward, it lets out sort of like a howl. Howl might be the right word. Not the right word for it. It's much closer to like a twing, 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 twing sort of sound. And it comes closer and you can see it better. I'm gonna need both of you to make a bravery roll.
Alright, here we
Because
go.
this thing has a phantom bizarre field. So what that means is that until you make a correct monologue, the state of its bizarre field is hidden to you. And if you lose this bravery roll, you will be shaken. Mike, Escalation.
Oh.
Elisar, you're shaken.
No.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh! Both of you are shaken.
Oh, fuck me.
So what that's gonna mean is that the next opposed roll against you will be unopposed. Mark it on your character with a skull and crossbones. When the attack is made, it removes the shaken status condition. First to act is Elisar.
So as this one frostbitten, the one who's just held, is going to be charging in, Elisar is going to try to use a similar effect as he did to check the condition of the front entrance of the building. He's going to use his ability to create a kind of a disorienting, like Hall of Mirrors effect right across here to basically try to close off that one avenue to create a choke point.
Okay.
The space right here would kind of warp and begin to bend. From this perspective, looking towards us, you'd no longer be able to see us. Instead, you'd kind of see the cliff face and like the barbed wire up here.
Yeah, excellent.
So it would appear that the way becomes like blocked off.
I'm sorry, Corporal, but I am not going anywhere. There could be any number of those things out there in that snowstorm. Could be sitting a duck out here. Besides, who would I be to give up on such a good opportunity to learn a little bit more about these things?
Just stay hunkered down and ready to run.
Alright. Elisar will place his flippers back over his ears.
Okay, Larry, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm thinking... Bop, 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 bop.
Okay.
Is how my soldier is going to move, doing a trail behind him. And that is now a, what is it, 4 foot tall snowdrift?
Alright.
And then both me and soldier are gonna pop a shot at this at Mr. Howley over there.
Okay, so from your
After I
perspective,
load
Larry,
a few more ammo.
it appears to be that there is a basically barricade in the way there. Could you make me a brains roll?
Crap. I thought it was just from one angle. Okay.
As you look a little bit closer, you feel like you see a spot that you could shoot and probably shoot through it. It doesn't look right though for like a snowbank. There shouldn't just be a hole through a snowbank, but there's like a hole through that snowbank.
Well, I'm used to some weird shit about snowbanks. Hi, soldier. Anyway, soldier's gonna pop a shot. I see that weird thing on the token. Could I try to shoot that red stuff on the dog?
Yeah, that's on its like stomach, so it's gonna be a harder shot, but I will let you go for it.
Can I use precision?
Yes. It jumps back, sort of in reaction on the shot. The shot misses.
And it falls into the snowbank.
It is now in the snowbank.
Cool. And then I'm gonna take another shot with my gun.
Yeah, okay.
And this time I'm gonna do a little breath and I'm gonna channel him on into this fucker.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah. Okay. So the first shot, not great. Second shot, immediately you double up on it perfectly. Basically, peppering its underbelly, and it makes the sound like shattering glass as you hit this thing for 7 damage.
And I can go monologue.
Yeah, you can.
Almost sounds like some of its body has been replaced by ice.
Maybe it's the same sort of permafrost that we saw back in Beta Lab.
You're correct.
Eh.
Part of its body is ice.
I'm gonna get behind the,
It has 2.
Oh.
It had 3, it has 2 now. Alright.
I feel like during the snowstorm, if anything, the flashlights would make it even harder to see.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just gonna pull it out, think twice about it, because it's like now just blinding white blizzard ahead of them, and then just gonna put it away.
Sounds good.
Larry's kind of just gonna have his left just kind of pointed like this right here, hoping it can just keep things illuminated in the distance.
This one runs forward, scrambles up the snow bank, and sort of leaps from bank to here, so it's kind of above you at almost eye level, Larry, and it flicks its, like, you notice it has this long, spiky, ice-covered, almost mace-like tail, and it's going to whip it in your direction, sending shards of ice flying at you.
Ah, shit.
Oh, well, there's what the barricades are
Duncan
for.
cover.
And unfortunately, because of the shaken mechanic, this is unopposed.
Wait, I can't do anything.
You
Wee!
cannot do anything.
I'm getting fucked!
So you are going to take 10 damage as icicles pierce all the way up and down your chest. And then the other one is going to run up next to its ally, sort of like this, and it curls its tail around its body almost defensively. That is their turn. Elisar.
Alright, there we go. We got both where we want them.
So kind of peering up past the snowbank, I can see that they're now clustered up.
Yes.
So I recall the folks back in the lab telling us that they weren't able to capture any samples of these critters. I think now would probably be a good opportunity to prove that, well, our arrival was well worth it.
I'm going to try to open up a space that we could potentially shove these critters back into.
Okay.
So the one that hopped up on top of the snowbank, when it used its like spike throw attack at Larry over here, am I able to see that are the spikes like all gone, or are they
It
have they
seems
grown?
like it's got less. It's definitely got less.
Okay. And this one is kind of like in a defensive barrier right now. It's kind of like wrapped its spiky tail around itself, and it looks like it's kind of like covered in thorns right now.
Like an icy cinnamon roll.
Icy, spiky cinnamon roll. I'd move the illusion from where I have it. I'd hide it under the snowbank immediately behind them,
Okay.
so that in the case that we drive them into a retreat, they would fall through the snowbank into a pocket space, basically.
Let's see if we can try to get them to run off, essentially. If we could get them to move back into the snowbank immediately behind them, I have a way that we can capture them.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
God, this hurts. You see him pull another chunk of ice out of his shoulder. Okay. Let's see what I can do.
What fascinating creatures. Hey Larry, see if you could preserve one of those ice shards that's in your abdomen right now. I would love to get one of those samples underneath the microscope.
Soldier's gonna move again. Like that. This
Okay.
time using ice.
Okay.
Because of my ability, they are gonna start moving the opposite direction down the ice.
Gotcha. You're just gonna like make a sheet of ice under them basically and have them start like sliding back down the fucking hill?
Yep.
Okay. You know the clacky sound of dogs walking on like concrete? It's like that as they're trying to just like run forward, run forward, run forward. Give me a roll. This one's able to run forward and jump here.
Go in the hole, go in the hole, go in the hole, go in the hole.
Oh my god, they both crit? Are you kidding me? And this one jumps here!
That also works for me. Hey, Tali, I'm gonna use my Haman weapon specialty. I'm gonna load, sunflower seed buckshot and shoot them both.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's go.
Exploding!
This one tries to block with its tail, and it successfully blocks most of the damage, as all of the ice on its tail is shattered, and it takes 8.
Okay.
The other one's not so lucky! As you full-on shatter it.
I told you not to come closer. And, fun other Haman interaction. Haman causes, plants to grow faster, so, there's now sunflower buds popping up out of their corpses and out of him.
Yeah, so, with the corpse, it's a battle, so you're not gonna immediately notice too much, but something weird seems to be happening with the corpse. So it's this guy, all alone, shattered. As it shudders its body, the ice kind of falls all around it, leaving a much sleeker and thinner form behind. With much more speed than you saw before, it hops here, 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 and goes to bite at your face.
I'm just gonna bash it with my gun!
Alright! Escalation.
Not again.
So, Mike, you know fireworks?
It shatters in my face.
Bam! A glittering crystal spreads through the air, reflected by the light of the Eso-Tiller base's lights, and just turns into a fine mist in front of you. You did 10 damage to it. It had 1 health.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Alright, there's no time to hesitate. Let's get you back inside, buddy.
And it is now top of the initiative. They would now be showing up.
But I'm gonna need to go over to them real quick because we're not done here.
Wonderful.
You rush out immediately at the call of frostbitten.
Alright.
Oh wow, it's very dark out here. How high up is the roof?
About 20 feet up.
At 20 feet up?
Yeah, keep in mind that the roof inside's about 15, and this building's on stilts that are about 5 feet tall.
Alright, we might need a better vantage point. Encore. Yeah. You want a better vantage point? Yeah. Spider-Man's his way up. And then, Lucy's gonna throw the flashlight at him.
Okay,
So we can get a top-down view.
sounds good. Hey, Encore, can you roll precision to take a look around?
He's holding the flashlight in his mouth.
I love him. You notice something right over that way. But not down where you'd kind of expect it. Encore, being the gremlin that he is, looks all over, and with that really good precision roll, you look up,
What?
and you see something in the sky,
Oh.
sort of circling up there.
Are you? Oh,
Oh, that's cool looking.
that is awesome. I'm horrified.
They are circling kind of 30, 40 feet up in the sky, right here.
Hey guys, we got the birds.
Birds? What type of
Birds.
birds, Encore?
Birds?
Hang on, let me get closer.
Wait, Lucy?
Yeah.
Here, take this.
The cat jumps up and crawls up your shoulder.
Oh, wonderful. Another one.
It'll help.
Lovely. Appreciate it, Seiko, whatever this is doing. I think we should probably stick close to the building just in case they decide to come from behind us. Just one less place to look.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
I wonder if this is what they're fighting right now.
The Encore, the birds are moving. Ever so slightly. Very slowly, they're drifting. Circling still.
Hang on, I think they're getting bigger. Encore, they could just be coming towards us. Right. So, Seiko, if these things decide to attack us, I would like to grab one of those samples. Samples would be wonderful. They don't have much to go off here. So if we can capture one intact Encore, it would be quite lovely.
Yeah, sure. If it's possible, we can do that, yeah.
I don't feel safe getting closer to them, but the others might need our help, so hopefully these things will just leave us alone. That would be wonderful.
Hey Lucy, can you give me a brains roll? You're more perceptive than Encore.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Blizzard's really strong. It's hard to see. But you do make out the forms that Encore had spotted in the sky. They're just up there. There's no change in motion.
Right, anything you'd like to do beforehand, Seiko? I think I'm, getting a bit nervous.
I'm just gonna put a hand on your shoulder, just sort of like calmingly.
You're right. Lucy's gonna reach into his, lab coat pocket and he's gonna pull out something. Blizzard's a little, hard right now, but you see that he's now holding something.
You see Seiko, like, reach into a little baggie that's... There's a little, like, bag, like a little fabric bag that's hanging on her belt.
Mm-hmm.
And, you see her pull out what looks to be, like... Is that a D20?
Okay. You know what? Sure, I should have seen that from the art.
As you creep ever forward, one thing about the trajectory of these birds is interesting. It's almost like they're following the path, kind of skirting down this way.
Curious. A little mechanical.
I think I'll just ask for a bravery roll from both of you.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Amy, that would probably apply your flaw.
Yeah, so that...
Okay. Birds make no motion to come towards you. They just keep on coasting, circling up in the clouds.
Alright, Encore, keep an eye on them. We're gonna try and scoot away this way with Encore keeping a light on them. For us.
Alright, Seiko, I'm gonna need a brains roll from you now.
Okie dokie.
Escalation.
Oh no.
Seiko.
Yeah?
You continue to sneak by with Lucy, and you hazard just a glance back over at the birds. Circling far up above. And then you look, just out of curiosity, down towards the path. And you see something moving, just right below where the birds are, kind of gliding through the snow.
I fucking knew it. I was just about to ask to look, Tali. Oh shit.
What in the...
Looks
oh
like-
my god.
looks
Oh
like
my
this.
god.
Wait. Lucy!
Yes, Seiko?
Look! And I point at the thing in the snow.
Oh dear. Oh, that... Oh.
Should I be mean to myself right now, Tali?
Be as mean as you want to be.
Because, if it was me, I know I would be freaking out
Yeah?
about that, so I'm going to do this.
Yeah, that seems about right. But yeah, Lucy, you would see at Seiko's point out the clear shape of something metal gliding through the snow.
Oh, lovely. I thought I got away from the ocean. No. Let's keep going. I don't think it's spotted us yet.
Agreed.
Hey, Encore. The birds are moving really funny. They seem to be spinning towards you.
Hey, cat, watch out, cat.
Hey, Seiko.
Yeah?
The fin's gone.
All right, game time.
Here! Here!
Num, hold this. He throws this at Num.
Oh, what do you want me to... Okay, points it at the birds.
The birds are coming this direction.
Yes, they are.
Encore is going to assume a predatory stance, like he's about to leap.
Okay.
Seiko's going to take a deep breath. She's going to drop to a knee, look at this first bird, hold up her hand with the dice in it, and flick.
Okay.
This is wonderful.
As you flick the dice at it and Num stumbles with the flashlight, kind of waving it back and forth, you see reflected in the air, the flashlight's beam isn't only reflecting off of the blizzard, there's something weird connecting these three birds. Like there's something in the air in between them, and it's being reflected on by the flashlight. This bird deftly dodges out of the way of your dice and goes sailing up into the storm. They're about 40 feet up in the sky.
Fuck! Are they somehow, like, reflecting a light to hide the fin? Fuck!
You are incorrect.
Shit.
And Seiko.
Yes?
Oh, Seiko. Can you roll me bravery, please? Because a Phantom Bazaar field has been triggered. Escalation.
Oh, no.
Fuck me. Okay. Despite all odds, you are able to steel yourself. As the snow in front of you caves away and a giant behemoth launches, jaws open towards you.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Seiko's kind of like, talk to her and Lucy. Fucking run!
Oh, buddy, you're not getting out of this. I'm attacking you. You're just not shaken. So what do you do?
Seiko, not quite as fast. Rolling Girl is going to grab Seiko and fucking jump to the side.
Okay. As the jaws jump right next to you. You feel a shiver go down your spine as it dives back underneath the snow. Okay, what are we doing, guys? We can either fight it or you can run.
That's a fucking shark. Are you?
It's a snow shark.
Reconvene with the
That
others.
like full counters.
That's a fucking
What?
That's a fucking shark. Yeah, fucking run.
I wanted to fight.
So, I will quickly explain how freeform initiative functions, essentially. So, if I offer you the option to fight something, you can roll initiative and fight it. If you choose to run, initiative will only start if I, as the GM, catch you out with my monsters. So, basically, if I land an attack, initiative will start. I didn't land the attack, thus you guys are free to run.
I think we can fight. I think we can fight.
I don't think that's wise. I think we should link up the.
Oh, it's not wise, but I want to fight.
I think we should run, link up with the others, and then fight as a group. That thing's big, really fucking big. Tactically, we should run for now, and link up with the other two, and then once all of us are together, then fight it.
Provided it doesn't just leave.
There. This splits us with playing two different entities that have two different moral values. Encore wants to fight. Fine, let's go.
Run separately, just in case it surfaces again, so he can't fight us both at once.
Num, back to Encore. Num's gonna throw the flashlight back to Encore for the top-down view.
Okay. Yeah, Encore, the birds immediately swivel around and start chasing you. They're still staying 40 feet up. And at about this point, you can see the fin resurface.
Lucy's going to activate his intercom. Hey, we're being attacked by something really big to the south, on the south side of the building. Please help if you are available.
Did you catch any of that, Corporal? There he is. My ears are still kind of ringing from all of the gunfire.
I don't have an intercom. I didn't walk in to get one. No one handed me one.
I gave you one. Did you never put it in your head?
This is an open channel. Please help.
It sounds. I hear panic voices. I think we should probably find where they are.
All right, soldier, head south.
Is this a fence or is this?
That is a wire up above.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Something sort of seems to coalesce, Encore, between the birds and the ground where the shark fin is. And they seem to speed up. And they're not going for Seiko anymore!
Alright, Encore, prepare to brace.
Also, Tali, for your information, we're sending Soldier to the south, just to scout
Gotcha.
out.
Okay. What's Soldier's movement speed?
B. So
B, okay.
160.
Yeah, definitely
so he's
able
be
to
there
get down
very fast.
very quickly.
I could have
Alright.
technically spent Bizarre to help Psycho, but I didn't because they got out without needing help.
Okay. And Lucy, the fin is going to go under. You know what's coming.
It's gone. It's gone again.
Can I do a watch out?
Yeah.
Lucy, watch out! It's gone under. It's gonna come up underneath you. Dive.
Makes perfect sense as Num is going to brace for an impact.
Alright. Birds circle, and a wide open maw comes up directly towards Num.
Despite the severity of the situation, Num is going to portray a very calm demeanor and just hold out a hand. And is going to just slap this thing on the snout.
On the snout specifically?
On the snout specifically. And Num's hand is going to faintly glow.
Hey, Lucy, reroll both those sixes. Exploding dice.
Oh, I see. Wonderful.
Go!
That 6 explode again.
Go!
Yes, it does.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so on top of that godly roll, I was going to tell you, you actually activated a -5 trait of it?
Yeah!
So congrats on that!
Die!
It just stops right there. You stare face to face with this behemoth.
Lucy's got like the anime face. Thank you, Num.
You're welcome.
I would like to make it home.
As if sensing the disturbance, the birds start to swoop down.
Oh, great.
No.
It is stuck for now.
Get the fuck out of there, you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did, but that was wonderful.
It seemed to work very well.
Oh, I wonder if the others are facing something just as gruesome as this.
Hey, look at Soldier.
Oh, hey, you look familiar. Hi.
Run!
He
Big
just gives you a
fucking
nod.
shark!
Are either of you looking behind right now?
Encore is keeping a track back there.
Okay. Encore, you would notice that the shark kind of wiggles in midair and the birds start spinning around it almost like a turbine, like a generator turbine. All around it.
I see.
And it starts to glow bright yellow. And it splits apart in a blinding blast of yellow light. And it is gone. And so are all three birds. And you notice the yellow light move. It just moves off. You have no idea where it went.
Guys, it's all gone. Birds and everything. It's gone. Help. Oh, that's wonderful. Hopefully it's just leaving.
Keep running, must keep running.
Soldier. I think you were called. Where are the others?
Soldier will point with his gun towards the door up top, and then you're gonna notice he's just gonna kind of skate behind you guys back and forth, leaving a trail of ice.
Yeah, 1 foot skate.
As you approach, you'll see Elisar running up to get this gate unlocked.
Ah, LSR. Big one. Big one. Big one.
Big fuck off shark coming our way!
Oh, well, noted. Closes the gate.
You little shit!
I will.
Listen, come on, listen.
Alright, everybody. I'm on through.
Encore's gonna jump on this gate. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this gate is not going to help whatsoever. I'm pretty sure it's just burrowing through the earth.
You know what? For comfort's sake. There.
You know what? That makes me feel better.
Burrowing through the earth, you said?
Yes, it's kind of like a literal, acting like a literal shark. And it's got birds above, and there's like light fractions, and it just disappeared in blinding light. I don't know.
Well, then stop standing around on the ground that it's under and get up on top of some rocks.
That's actually a wonderful idea.
That's weird. Why are there birds up there?
Oh!
Oh.
Well, those are just birds. I don't see any land shark.
Yeah, they're connected. I'm pretty sure they're of the same entity.
Someone keep track if they're coming the other way.
I'm already on it.
Soldier's gonna dash over and, ice. I am trying to see if I can freeze the snow here to reveal it by using the ice.
Like create like a window pane almost.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's awesome. Okay. Give me a precision roll.
Not bad.
Okay. The ground freezes over, just over the top. And through a window into the ground, you can see it is swimming just like a normal shark would in water, now through your ice towards you.
Okay. Found it!
Here, someone take my spot. I gotta go help him.
1 of 3, what?
Wait, Elazar, come here.
Don't worry. What?
I take a coin out of my pocket and I chuck it at Elisar, and in midair it turns into a cat and lands on Elisar's shoulders.
Thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about what this does. I'm just gonna go for it.
Seiko, I'm gonna be honest, it seems like it's probably a better chance of survival if we're all together.
Alright, everybody, stand single file. I have a plan.
Okay.
You know what, sure. Encore? Nah, I'm good up here.
Alright, Corporal, take aim, get ready to fire.
You see Larry loading a few more shells. Yep.
Alright, so what Elisar is going to do, he's going to use his ability to create the same sort of pane, like, almost like a window pane, like this 2D sort of portal opening almost, but instead of creating it adjacent to them, is going to be creating it in front of them in the same kind of parallel line as this thing is swimming through the ground, where you can kind of make out where it's displacing the snow around it, if it is doing that at all, that is. You'll see once it actually hits kind of like this weird distorted plane, like this line ahead of you in the snow that you see form, you'll see it. As it reaches it, the ground itself kind of splits apart, like there's an earthquake opening. And you'll see it almost like a cross-section of this creature on both sides of where this chasm is opening up, now in 2 halves swimming towards us, while we're right in between it where it's split.
Oh,
So
that's
like
fucking awesome.
What?
look like it splits horizontally, so like 1 half goes that way and 1 half goes...
Basically like that.
That's fucking awesome. Okay.
You just split reality.
So split in half gummy shark does not slow down, and continues to go forward. You see it go under, wiggle its tail, which looks really weird now that you're seeing it through this glass pane. It has a very strange looking tail, and then with the speed of something that is underwater, flies back up and it leaps out of the snow towards you. Larry.
It can shoot on buckshot. Okay. Plus
11
another
plus the
5.
5, so 16?
16.
Surprise,
Escalation, Larry.
Oh, fuck me.
It kind of dives for you with this now bifurcated maw that goes left and right, both centralizing back in like the kind of epoch of a curve of a bell graph. They both go directly towards your face, and you load the shot right into its maw, blasting it for 18 damage.
Ow! It did not roll well that second time.
I'm going to spend 2 resolve to negate 10 of that, so it only takes 8. And Larry, like a crack of thunder, this thing splits into 3 separate, almost balls of bright light. And they're all gone. All 4 of you, if you want, you can make a brains roll to see where it goes. First and foremost, it's really hard to tell where it went because of the immense light that it gives off when it leaves. Second of all, Lucy, Nom, and Encore, you 3 were all ready for this. LSR, you have a unique perspective from your height. And Larry, fuck, it's just like a flashbang, man. Like, it's whatever. It's just a flashbang. Who cares?
I've dealt with this shit before.
I've seen
Well, not
this
this
shit
exact
before.
shit, but still.
Yeah, it went that way.
Oh, wonderful.
All 3
Under
sparks
or
of
above?
electricity went into Eso-Tiller.
Oh no.
Hey a minute, everybody.
Where'd it go?
It
Where'd
went-
go?
It went inside.
Inside?
I
gotta say it.
should have seen that coming.
Tali. Same thing as before when Elisar had originally been checking this wall for vulnerable spots. He's going to Hub of Mirrors. The building is going to, you see it kind of expand out into infinity in front of you as every perceivable surface and unperceivable surface now becomes visible. I'm going to be basically checking this entire building to where this light is ending up going, and then seeing if I can warn people ahead of time.
Okay,
Dynamic
give me a
lighting
precision
off.
roll. That's
Basically,
fucking
everyone
awesome.
around you see this building duplicate on and on and on again into infinity, essentially, around us as he's sweeping through it. It's kind of like, have you seen in video games how they like do scrolling textures sometimes?
Yeah.
It's kind of what it looks like as this entire building, all the surfaces are scrolling by you as
Morbid
Elisar is checking
curiosity,
the
is he
entire
also
thing.
scrolling by us since he's on one of those textures?
Yes.
40 different numbs scrolling by you. Hey, look at me.
Hey, look at hey, look at
Sorry,
hey, look at
Encore.
Alright, I'm
Okay.
resolving that.
Okay.
This is very important. I'm gonna resolve
This
that.
is quite important.
Yeah, one
That makes
more.
it an
Damn.
escalation.
Okay.
I'll take it, because
How can it get any worse, haha?
Aha, he said. Okay.
Ooh.
By 1, you won.
Nice.
Elisar, you split the building open into a hull of mirrors, looking, scanning, hoping, and you spotted. Along the... Oh, what the fuck? Okay, you see 3 different sparks moving in different directions. One's going through the pipes, one's going through the electrical wires, and the other is going directly underneath the building and then up. But, using a quick just kind of glance as to the speeds they're all moving, they're all coalescing in the same spot. The generator room.
I don't think I can reach that.
Okay. Over the communicators, just hoping that Val's connected to the same network that everyone else is. Elisar's going to shout into it. Val! Val, are you there?
Oh, is that what this communicator's for? Hello? Yes? Who
Are
is
you in the
this?
generator room?
Yes?
Get out of there
Oh,
and lock the
Okay.
doors.
I don't think the door's locking will help.
I'll take your word for it. What's
run.
going on?
It's coming for you! It teleported inside!
Shark.
Fuck me.
Just!
Okay.
Just!
You hear her get up.
I'm heading inside.
Encore, have fun. Encore's gonna bum rush.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
Soldier!
Let's go meet heads.
Give me heads.
Door.
I have to use the door because he can't face through the wall otherwise because
As everyone's rushing into the building, Elisar's going to do the kind of similar thing that he did when the shark was charging us, and you'll see the walls ahead of us split open, a path leading directly to the generator room, so we don't have to run around all the walls.
Okay.
Oh, that's much faster.
Yeah.
Everyone, this is going to get really trippy, so just kind of focus ahead and just keep running.
What the fuck is your ability?
As if the halls of Asphodel itself became the front desk of Eso-Tiller, you see as the window opens in a maw like a kaleidoscopic mess. And oh hey, that's the generator room. Oh hey, that's Val's back. Oh hey, those are birds.
Birds.
Whoa,
Alright,
that's one hell of a ride.
we can't have this thing moving around. Encore, go play.
Hold on, I did not get a monologue for what I shot at. Can I monologue something after it teleported?
I'll give that to you, sure.
3 flash of light, 3 birds. I think those are how it's teleporting. Shoot them down.
The birds are how it's teleporting. You are incorrect.
Fuck. I had to go for it.
Worth a shot.
Ow, fuck.
Big fuck off
you,
shark
shark.
emerges. You can see its maw sort of skirting through the metal, again, like it's water. And it's not going towards Val, it's not going towards you guys. It dashes out of the metal towards the generator. And chomp bites down hard on this generator cell, ripping it to pieces.
Oh, it's going for... There has to be some kind of higher being commanding this. That is way too tactical for a beast.
It then flicks its tail around, launching some of the rubble of the generator up and down all around you, kind of sending this, like, hail of rubble towards all of you. I would need everyone to make a bronze roll or do something to evade the rubble.
Okay.
I would like to challenge fate with Rolling Girl.
Okay.
And yeah, this is gonna be a take it all or stop it all kind of deal.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Okay.
This will also enforce some floating dice. Let's just kind of pose yourself over Seiko so Seiko can just dance through the stone. Just dodge it all.
Okay. Seiko, you spin and twirl around the rubble, dodging left and right. Rolling Girl sort of spinning with you, the sound of like the roulette wheel roll skirt, just like, you know, the rolling ball like sound. When you spin here, a massive chunk of rubble that you did not see flattens you from the sky. You take 10 damage.
Oh boy.
I'm going to resolve. I'm gonna spend a resolve for 5 of that.
Yeah.
Ow! Looks like fate isn't on my side today.
Elistar, you're shaken. So you take 10 as well.
Probably back this way since it's just bronze.
Yep. You manage to avoid the majority of the damage. You only take 1 as you roll back there.
Lucy is going to use Numb to defend.
She does the thing. Escalation.
Ooh, Numb's on fire today.
Numb, you hold. She holds her hand out, and all the shards of metal just stop.
I'm gonna try to just put another blast of buckshot into her. It.
You notice it curl up and start to glow bright yellow as it again sort of seems to like molecularize along with all of the birds. You hit it before it's able to complete this action, though, dealing 4 additional damage, as it, almost at like the speed of light, just blasts over this way, leaving in its wake another glowing spark.
Electricity? Does it eat electricity?
Perhaps it's going after the electrical generator just off of pure instinct. Maybe it gained some sort of form of substance from consuming electrical parts and such.
That was a monologue, Mikey?
Yeah. Does it eat? It eats electricity.
You're correct. It eats electricity. I will drop the bizarre field by 1. It is now at a 3.
Keep it away from anything electrical. Just gonna make a line of snow. Yeah.
Alright.
Encore, excited that he's finally able to fight.
He's got his own little arena in the corner.
That's true.
It's stuck in here with me. Kind of like hop on top of this. Hop on top of this cool to the. I'm gonna jump the shark. He's gonna jump over the shark over to this bird. Encore is going to Donkey Kong forward air meteor smash this bird.
Sounds good.
Hiya!
Hiya!
Oh no, this is too cool. I'm gonna resolve that.
Not letting it look like that.
No,
Okay.
it has to happen. Yeah, that's better.
The bird, not used to fists, is going to try and roll out of the way. And like a fucking professional basketball player, you spike the bird down into the electricity, and it shatters on the floor into a million pieces.
Fighting like a British man who had his French fry stolen.
It was going to activate its Phantom Bizarre Field on you. Because you won the roll, I'm going to just tell you what its current Bizarre Field is. It's currently got a Bizarre Field of 2.
Wonderful. That actually plays into my monologue. Oh, it appears that my theory was correct. These are two completely separate entities bouncing their abilities off one another. They're working together as a team.
You were correct.
And then Lucy is going to hold up his hand, and a spherical black and white ball begins rotating midair. I'm going to charge a spin.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna need a moment. Encore, have fun. I already am.
You let him jump the shark and we just got here. He's so excited.
It's a new record, I know.
Angry fucking engineer noises. What the hell are you doing to my engine room? Oh, you're gonna fucking pay for that.
Is she looking at the shark, us, or soldier who just left a 4-foot tall?
Oh, she's looking at the shark.
Okay.
I'll get to you next. She looks at soldier. Okay, frostbitten, already here. Didn't expect that. Normally they don't skip the entire building. Okay, guys, anything against hitting it really, really hard?
It eats electricity, that's why
Probably
it's here.
sustains itself off of electricity, so don't go shocking yourself with anything. Make sure you stay grounded.
I'm fine. I've got insulated gloves. I'll be fine.
She is a professional.
Soldier, you'll see her start to glow with a very familiar energy. As, she runs forward. As she goes past you, there's something floating behind her.
Yo.
Zoom. Get zoom. Whoop.
Oh, pretty.
Where are you?
Kind of, not even with her fist, she pulls out her giant wrench, swings it around, and, smashes it into the floor. One of the pipes that's shooting directly upwards, she bang, 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 hits the pipe 3 times, and the metal, almost as if made of taffy, just whoop, wraps around the shark and restrains it.
Oh, hell yeah.
It is held there, wriggling in the middle of the air like a fucking tuna on a boat.
Hey, Val.
Yeah.
While you're busy fighting that thing over there, I have an idea. Perhaps we could capture this thing. Every single time that it moves around, it creates this effect almost like ball lightning. You can see it in the corner of the room, right over there. If, hypothetically, we were able to draw all of the electrical charge out of this creature, then maybe it would no longer be able to use that specific ability.
I like the way you're thinking.
Do we have any implements around here, around your workshop, that we could use to perhaps draw the electrical current out of this creature?
Good question. In the laundry room, there should be a electric resistant tarp back there. If there's anything that's going to trap it, that might be it.
Alright, I'm on it. First of all, I had to figure out getting around this thing over here.
Sparking
Looking at
sounds.
this scary ass piece of just like what is it? Just like a ball of
Just
lightning,
like ball lightning, just there, kind of hovering in the air, occasionally fraying sparks shooting off of it.
Huh. Okay. I have a bad feeling that if we don't do something about this thing, it's going to overload the entire electrical system of this station. So this electrical ball that's hovering essentially mid-air, it seems to be occasionally discharging electricity into like the flooring and like grates around it and such.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is below it, I'm going to create kind of like a circular plane, I guess, that leads into the unperceivable space of this flooring, essentially. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to create a vortex below it, essentially, that the electrical currents that are being stored in the middle will create like an electromagnetic pool and basically just pull this thing down into the ground and seal it.
Fucking awesome, yeah. Like the pit of Tartarus itself, the ball lightning is swallowed into the vortex of metal beneath it, snuffing out the electricity.
Woo! Alright, he's gonna head on into the laundry room and look around. Can I see that tarp anywhere that she's talking about?
Yeah, it seems to be balled up like on top of the shelf up here.
Ah, there you are. Yeah, he's gonna hop up and grab it. Then can I just grab that and dash back as like part of my movement?
Yeah, I think
Awesome.
so.
Here it is. As somebody who's brave enough to get up and close and personal with that beastie, take it from me.
Seiko's gonna pull another die out of her bag, and she's gonna start like you would to roll a die, start shaking it and she's gonna charge up a spin. I'm gonna do a good job, Mr. Joestar. I'm going to Larry, that was a really good shot earlier. Just keep it up, pound the fucker.
So the string of like almost light coming from them to the shark shimmers and shifts until it's not between them and the shark anymore, but it's between both of them instead. There is now this shimmering, almost like aquamarine, purple, orange, multicolored beam of light in between the two birds. Larry and Seiko, sort of, colors start to shift around in the air, and it almost seems like you're seeing double. Like there's two sharks. It starts to become very hard to distinguish them.
LSR, the birds are doing your thing.
Huh? I can't see a damn thing from underneath this tarp.
The shark, now this like amorphous type of like shark and shark, is stuck in a wrapped up pipe, so it starts to glow bright yellow and is going to attempt to get out of the pipe. It turns into, again, another ball of lightning. Two balls of lightning, actually. The balls of lightning then snake down the pipe itself, following the pipe underground.
It might be trying to leave again.
Don't worry, there's no place that this thing can escape to that we, or at least I, can't chase after it.
Where do those pipes go?
They connect to the entire base. It could have gone anywhere. This pipe in particular, let's see. Oh, Val, that's a crit fail. I'm sorry, I'm not good under stress. I don't know.
Listen, while we're here, I have an idea. Is there anything on the station that it's absolutely necessary that we keep the power connected to it?
Ooh.
Heat.
Yes, I imagine heat. Probably the greenhouse. But if we were to shut off the power momentarily, then maybe that would stop it from being tempted to destroying any other equipment.
It would take
around
down
here.
any current calculations that are being run on the central computer. Other than that, I don't think there's anything crucial.
Well, let me just connect with the others for real quick. Illustrator's gonna go back onto comms and be like, hello? Does anyone have any very important things that they're running that they'd like us to keep the power on for?
After a moment of silence, you hear Bliss speak up. If there's something that you can do by turning off the power, go for it.
Alright, we got the green light. Everyone got flashlights?
Okay. Round that corner is the main switch. Val is going to point back that way, where Encore was staring last episode. There's a switch to just shut down the generator right back there.
So like a main breaker? Gotcha.
Yep, main breaker.
Soldier's gonna find and grab it and throw it. Soldier's gonna throw the breaker.
Okay. The lights shut off. The room is now illuminated just by the sparks in the corner.
I wonder if being completely dark makes the birds easy to track now.
I'm gonna shoot this pigeon with my gun.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, those are both exploding.
Die. Kill.
Both exploding. The dice or the birds?
Let me tell you, it's the bird. It splatters.
My head. Oh, that is so much louder
I
indoors.
seem to be able to manipulate light between each bird.
I can't hear you. My head's ringing.
The sort of like phasing in and out sparks merge back into just one.
Were they able to manipulate the light between the birds to make it look like there were two things there? The birds can manipulate light between them.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Hey, good. I got it. Woo.
Oh, hey, nice job.
Yeah, good job.
Oh wait, I had a hype man on that. Anyway.
Hey, you really fucked that bird. Over the top of all of your guys' intercoms, you immediately hear a voice come on.
Hey guys, really good use of the scouters so far. I've been able to actually download some information on these birds that you've been fighting, and I've got a pretty good, model running in here.
Oh, you're gonna want to hear this.
One thing, real quick. Are you running this whole download procedure on an emergency power source?
I have a laptop.
You might want to shut that thing off.
Why?
Is shark
The shark is drawn to electricity.
drawn to electricity, likes to eat it. Wouldn't want your laptop to get destroyed. That's all.
Oh, fuck.
Also, I want you to stay safe. Not just the laptop, of course.
The child said fuck.
Child says fuck.
Child says fuck. Blink on the radio. Hey!
Okay, then
Bliss just being like, sweetheart, I know we're under dire straits here and people are dying, but that's no, he would never say that. He doesn't care.
Okay, well, for my own safety, I guess I'll shut this down pretty soon. But what I've been able to come up with so far, this is one of the frostbitten class snowflake, designated by their small size. The designation that I've come up with for this is House of Dreams. I've been able to pick up a lot from the scouter that didn't seem to be tied to this one at first, but not true as it seems. These frostbitten are able to pick a muse, something that they kind of tie to, and between each other and their muse, they emit an aurora australis that sort of ties them to them and gives them these, benefits. So whenever their muse draws blood, they can take the blood to them and use it to construct more of them. So don't get bit, or there's gonna be a lot of these things really soon. It's best to not let too many of them appear. They don't seem very durable, though. They have a really good time dodging physical attacks, but my computer noticed that they have a hard time figuring out how to dodge stens. So hit them where it hurts if you can. They also seem like they can create a stronger aurora if they bind to each other. And something about the storm winds is calling to them. I don't have enough data to tell you why, but there's more about these guys that I haven't figured out yet. Be careful.
Look at that stat wheel. God damn.
That's cool as shit, Tali.
I love these monster designs so far, by the way.
Hell yeah, I'm
Ooh,
glad.
GTA Star System.
Hey, Alan Cord. Eat him.
I was having an idea. A really good idea, but that sounds very enticing.
Do him like Ozzy Osbourne.
Hey, Tali, can you roll fate for me real quick?
Sure.
Let's see if Encore has an idea or not.
Alright, Encore, think. Roll the
Encore
think.
has an idea.
Do he listen?
He think.
He goes. You kind of see like gnashes his teeth to get a little bit, looking at the birds like, no, better. I want to fight the big one. Hey Tali, I would like to use Encore's ability a little weirdly.
Okay.
Can Encore knock on the knock on the metal pipe and get listen in to where the sound is going to get an idea of where the shark may be?
I fucking love that. Yeah, sure.
Phenomenal.
Kind of the reverberations through the pipe bounce all around and back to you. And Encore, you're pretty sure it's back over by the generator again.
Encore just points behind him. He's going back for the generator. Lucy and Num get into a ready stance, preparing for this thing to emerge to attack the thing again. Lucy's going to charge another spin.
Okay, Val's gonna run back around, I think, to where everybody else is. Hearing that it's going towards the generator, she's going to hand the wrench up to her stand and prepare to do something.
Well, from what we saw, it's going after all these power cells that are on the back of it back here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little bit weird. What he's going to do is he's going to use his ability on the electrical tarp. How do I explain this? Basically butterfly it, alright?
Okay.
He's gonna butterfly it, splitting it into 2 tarps.
So we can cover both?
So he can cover both, yeah.
Okay.
So kind of doing the same thing that you saw, that everyone saw him do to the building, where it kind of just expanded outwards infinitely, is going to do that in kind of a small radius. So it's this weird netting almost of insulated tarp that he's going to throw over the generator.
Okay.
Don't know what to do about the shark, but I can't get rid of this fucking bird. Hey, Rolling girl, don't cats keep birds? Wow. Fucking jump. Fucking power roll, rippy, shreddy shred.
Alright, you're gonna go after it. House of Dreams, rather than a normal, stand stat thing, they don't use the stand stats that I've given them. Those stats are just simply a relative average of their combat abilities. They have stat blocks basically similar to how you'd make a D&D monster. So they have a bunch of different abilities that are sort of culminating in this as to what they can do. Since its muse was just killed, it doesn't really have much it can do, so it's just going to try and dodge with its small framed passive. Ah! That's an escalation!
Looks like the little fucker gets away.
Rolls out of the way, flying up higher, pretty much right next to the top of the generator room.
Keep on him! Have Seiko run over next to Elisar.
Okay.
She's going to hold up her hand, is still rolling the die, and point towards the generators and kind of wait for Shark Fuck to emerge.
Okay.
Seiko,
Yeah.
allow me to plan something here. You're somewhat of an electrician, aren't you?
I mostly just deal with broadcasting equipment and stuff, but I
But
do a little bit.
you know your way around wiring and the behavior of electricity and all that.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm thinking that there's a way that we may be able to ensnare this thing within some electrical components.
What do you think?
My knowledge, if we create some sort of capacitor, maybe when it turns into that sort of ball lightning shape that we've seen it do before, we can trap it there somehow.
If Larry uses some of his ice to form a glass structure, we could make essentially a vacuum tube and catch it in there.
That's a brilliant idea, Seiko. We're going to have to figure out something to use as bait. But if we can get this thing captured, then we can more, comfortably study it without putting our life and limb on the line, so to speak.
Sounds good to me.
As the bird whirls up to the top of the ceiling, it pulls its wing back, and Rolling Girl, you will see that its wing the feathers separate, forming more feathers, which it then slices towards you, sending 4 sharp feathers directly at you.
Yeah, Rolling Girl is going to kind of just pirouette and dodge.
Okay. One of them sticks into her. Yeah, the shard of ice that it fired from its wing sticks into Rolling Girl. Wing 3.
Rolling Girl, you okay?
The bird is going to fly over here.
Alright, here we go.
Just as predicted, the ground starts to move to the side as it emerges on the right.
Hey Tali, that activates my secret action.
Alright.
Yeah.
Should the ice shark teleport next to the generator again and try to eat more of the generator, Soldier will dash ahead of it from behind, trailing ice to make it slip backwards.
A 2d6 plus brains? While it's being pushed back, it steadies itself with its tail fin. And Soldier, because of the secret action, I'm going to give you this. You see that its tail fin is essentially a bundle of sparking cables.
That's cool.
And it's not pushed away entirely as it goes to bite down on the generator. Tarp plan team?
Alright, tarps. So, this kind of fractal of tarps that I've created in this area, as it jumps out, bite at the generator, I'm going to end the ability on the tarps, causing them all to collapse back inwards into a single tarp and ensnare the shark. As all of the possible surfaces that had been flayed and butterflied outwards are now basically wrapping back in rapidly.
Awesome. Oh!
JoJo 6 is below because of cats.
Oh! Goddamn!
So now we bring up the wonderful question of, does shark get out of tarp? What do you fucking think? Shark tarp, shark tarp, shark tarp. The shark is wrapped up into your tarp, and the tarp is wriggling and sort of seems to be bumping as if it's thrashing against it. You again have it momentarily restrained.
Larry, ice tube, now!
Alright, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to construct a containment around it, and then drain all of the air and particles from that tube to create a vacuum.
Well, if we're trying to keep this guy contained, then let's get rid of his anything he could bring along as a muse. Soldier is going to, well, Soldier's gonna fucking rifle butt. Not rifle butt, that's stupid. I don't have a good power stat. I'm just gonna clay pigeon the bird.
Just gonna clay pigeon the bird? Alright. Because this is a stand attack, the bird doesn't have a good time dodging it, so you clay pigeon it. It spirals down, one of its wings is broken. It lands on top of this supportive structure. It's not flying anymore.
Then I'm going to, just because I can also snow. Fun fact, these don't last that long. This is gonna just dissolve and melt away and then instantly, like, poof, the stand snow. And I'm gonna just
just
snow,
snowing all over it? Okay.
It is now buried in a small mountain of snow.
Unlike the shark, it doesn't seem like it can just swim through the snow, so yeah, you cover it in snow already.
Now, theoretically, if we have a way of constructing some sort of circuit that we can ensnare this beastie within, we don't have no choice but to continue around in that circuit forever without...
Val, can you handle that if we get it out from behind there?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, Encore, eat a shark. It's my turn.
This is exciting. I've never had to think about electrical circuitry as a way to actually physically ensnare a beast like this.
Secondary charge spin. Encore, you want to take the shot? Hell yeah! Encore's gonna jump up here, and Lucy is going to lob his spin ball towards Encore.
Yeah.
Encore is going to flip in the air and bicycle kick the spin ball into the shark. Spending an extra plot for an extra spin.
Okay, so as the spin ball hits the tarp, it just spins mid-air, wrapping the shark up even tighter.
I think this thing is able to swim through conductive materials. I saw it earlier go through your ice, and that was very strange because I think it was affecting other things before.
Alright, you're correct.
Yeah!
Well, you want to sap the electricity from this thing, right? I think I've got a pretty good idea of what I can do. Sorry, old boy, but you're gonna have to be repurposed for something a little cooler, I think. She's going to reach down to this generator she had been working on, cause she's resolve rushing.
Wonderful.
As the stand, this tall, reflective figure, very thin, its arms long and gaunt, just starts wham, 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 punching the shit out of the generator. She pushes up her goggles, looks back at you all, and says, "It's actually a really good thing that I'm the one that you all came to for this, because of my stand's unique ability. You see?" Oh, and I can't believe I'm saying this to a fucking shark in my generator room. Ugh. Whenever it hits something that's metal, I can bend that piece of metal 90 degrees. If it hits it again, it'll bend 90 more degrees. Basically, I can use it to create the perfect circuit board out of this little generator here to properly sap all of the electricity out of that stupid shark and get him out of my generator room. I guess what they said. Mama didn't raise no bitch. This is my family affair.
Yo.
Red stand.
She's got a little shark thing on her arm.
And there's her roll as just wham, 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 wham. You don't know how,
Sand rush for this.
but she turns a generator into a verifiable circuit board for your little plan here.
Can I just say Belle's hot?
I'm pretty sure you said that last episode. Anyway.
Strolls on over, steam rolling off, wipes the sweat off her brow. Alright, I think that'll do the job.
Well, we're going to have to figure a way to transfer it from being wrapped within that top to trapped within this closed circuit that you've created here. I think that if we can somehow feed it an easy escape route, we can trick it into entering this here piece of circuitry you made.
What's a big enough source of electricity to trick it with, though?
If it can swim through non-conductive things, as long as we can... Nah, I think it can technically still swim through air. To a certain extent. So my ice won't work.
Excuse me, Corporal. Do you ever plan on using that damn communicator?
Nope.
I
He
figured.
tosses it to LSR.
Alright, this thing has its own... Well, since we were still able to use it, despite the entire power grid not being off, it clearly has some sort of very strong onboard power source, such as a battery. Now, if we get every other source of electricity in this room turned off, so that means, everyone, I'd like you all to cut your communicators for the time being.
You could have just asked for the flashlight.
And flashlight's batteries aren't nearly as powerful as whatever's being kept in this. Or at least I assume so. Alright, so what we're going to do here is once we all have our communicators powered down, and we have all the flashlights turned off, what I can do is I can place this within the circuit in such a way that the electricity will be pulled out of it and into the circuit that we want the shock to be tracked into. So basically what L-Star is going to do is he's going to, with this big circuit that Val's created out of repurposing this generator, he's going to use his ability to unwind both it and the communicator that Larry had handed him to basically create a powered closed circuit by connecting two parts of that like circuit board to each end of whatever batteries in this little tiny communicator to basically transfer all of that battery's power into this closed circuit, which, if you know electricity, is going to get really dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Move.
I need to get this on something insulated fast. Is that the only top you have? Or is there more that we can, like, grab?
I mean, who do you think I am? You think I don't have a spare tarp? Yeah, of course. I spend a plus point.
Oh, thank goodness. Now I don't have to use my own body as insulation for this creature.
Please don't.
Well, it'd be a noble way to go out.
Rolling Girl's gonna come over and just kind of whack the shark in the nose again.
Okay.
Any ideas about the left behind electrical balls?
Yeah, it seems to be only able to do that after
It's taken a
consuming.
hit.
Yeah, after consuming something like that contains an electrical current, right?
It did do it outside, though.
It had a charge at some point. I think it might have eaten one of the antenna.
Hey, I bet whenever this thing eats, it leaves behind that ball lightning. It kind of has to eat in order to do that. That would make the ball lightning shark shit. I don't like that.
You're correct.
Nice.
House of Dreams. House of Dreams is covered in snow. House of Dreams is gonna struggle. Can you roll durability for me, Mikey?
Nah, fuck. I've got a shit durability.
Hey,
Oh, they both rolled max. Okay, it manages to...
Wait.
Huh? Oh, yeah,
wait,
you do
Mike
have a cat.
Mike still has a kitty.
You want to use the cat?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, it seems like it's going to break out, but then there's this spark and this sound of coins scattering around. Oh, the cat's gone at your feet. It's still stuck there.
Wait a minute, coins.
As the shark rips and tears its way out of the tarp, chomps down into this generator right in front of it, and you notice electricity starting to, almost like a vampirism effect, along its serrated teeth out of the generator and into it.
Oh, we're in trouble.
The room starts to fill with this just overwhelming bright light as sparks start to shoot out of the shark left, right, and center. It rolls up all the way out of the tarp, shaking off the stun, and its jaw begins to unhinge and open as basically what can only be described as a cannon comes out of its mouth towards all of you.
Zoom?
I see. I you know what? Sure.
I'm initiating savior mechanics
Alright.
on Val.
Alright.
Oh
As
no.
all of the electricity in the base's generator coalesces into a beam of lightning that is lancing right at her.
Okay.
Can I? Oh, so I still have that like World War II like a radio backpack on my back. Can I break off the antenna and hold it up with like a lightning rod to apply my text-heavy streamer with my broadcast equipment? And for the sake of timing, because this has to be done at the exact right moment, can I also apply punctual and productive for the amazing deadlines and timing for a +4?
Fuck yeah, you can. That's awesome.
Lucy, seeing the idea that Seiko has, and seeing that this is a directional beam, Encore is going to smile as the spin begins digging in even further, and is going to attempt to kind of curl and coalesce, kind of tightening the skin, quote unquote, to kind of make it aim away from Val towards the lightning rod.
Okay.
Say that the other end of the cable from the antenna, I connect that to the device, so if and when it hits, it'll make the device the biggest source of electricity in the room.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
So remember when I was talking about capacitors, you guys? Yeah, this is what it's doing. A capacitor is like something that only discharges once it's reached a certain threshold of electrical storage, which I feel like this thing's finally, after destroying the entire generator, building enough electricity, is going to fucking discharge this literal capacitor cannon at us. So
I think I'm gonna add speed, trying to race and put snow down in between the laser beam and the thing, because snow is conductive, so it'll better transmit the electricity to the lightning rod.
Okay.
So if we want to make this thing's attack fizzle out, is that I gotta figure out some way to increase the capacitance of the shark. Basically making its quote-unquote electrical storage expand, which will prevent this electrical discharge from occurring. I can't actually change anything about the physical mass or volume of this creature or its attack. What I can do is I can try to attempt to change the direction of the flow of the electricity within the creature.
Could you reverse its polarity?
Because what I can do with the space that Elisar opens up, things can actually travel within the space and be closed within, like I did earlier with opening the vortex in the floor to seal that electricity orb. Electrons are actual fucking physical things that move around. Now that this thing has revealed its inner workings, I can use my ability to try to open up more surface area on the inside of the capacitor that this thing's using to attack us with, increasing the storage capacity of this thing, which should, in theory, make this attack less severe.
That's fucking awesome. The energy starts to coalesce around the shark, forming a lightning bolt. Elisar, you point at it. Its body opens up different paths and channels, and the lightning goes lancing towards Val. with a quick diversion from Seiko, Larry, and Lucy. Lucy, you're able to like squeeze the shark and get more electricity to start squishing out of it, kind of like a geyser. Larry, it does seem like it's firing still, but something that Elisar does makes the effects just that much weaker as it goes in and hits the radio antenna. Fully charging that thing with 27 was the roll. So that's charged with 27 roll points worth of electricity. And the glow starts to subside around it. It seems a little confused.
You want that back? Then come and get it. We have it all stored, nice and packed nice and neatly here for you.
I don't have enough movement to do that.
No, your hand's not fried. Val's the one holding it, and she's got insulated gloves.
Oh shit.
Once again, kind of hoping that it'll try to follow the path of least resistance. This guy's gonna ice path directly to the shark, and then hop over, and then snow over it again.
Oh, fuck yeah. Just making a perfect spot to it, and then keeping House of Dreams
If
in
it's
the
path
snow
of least
pile.
resistance, there's ice directly to the electrical port into the circuit.
Sport Bird has done nothing!
Larry's walking over to grab it.
Lucy's going to have the steel ball retract to him. Encore is going to kind of jet to the side over here and over to the side of the shark, and is going to grab it by the tail. And is going to kind of grab it by the tail, fling it over its head, and slam it into the ice where it can travel through.
Okay. Encore, I will say, as you grip its tail, you feel sort of this, like, sharpness pierce into your hand. In order to do this, you're going to take a d6 of unopposed damage.
That sounds wonderful.
You take 1 damage.
Ow, 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 ow,
Cicero
ow,
moment.
Ow, 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 ow. Hiya, no.
Hiya.
Yeah.
Hiya.
Yeah.
Even with a perfect roll from it, it's not enough as you wham slam the fish over.
Did he just suplex a shark?
Yeah.
Monologue that it seems to have a maximum capacity.
Well, I think I've seen one of these things before. It's like a capet.
Keep going, you almost
It
got
can store
it.
electricity.
That was good. No, you got it.
It can store and discharge it at will. Wow, that was radical. I love that beam. I'd say do it again, but no.
You're correct. The headset comes back on. One of you hears Millie go,
Okay, I'm hiding in the broom closet. There's nothing electrical in here. So, thanks, guys. I seem to have gotten the DL on this frostbitten because of all of the wonderful data you guys are shoving into my AI. It's definitely not completely horrifying that it could go through all the walls and eat my computers. This is a new one. We haven't seen ones this big, like, ever. This is a Blizzard class. The designation I'm going for with this is $5 steak. A $5 steak is an electricity-devouring monster, avoided at all costs. It seems to manifest as a great white shark with a tie of electrical cables taut around its tail. It consumes electricity as if it's a capacitor. The more it eats, the stronger and faster it gets, until eventually it's all released in this giant bolt of electricity, which I think you guys just saw, right? It looked like that. It also seems to attract carrion to its location that feast on whatever, like, flesh it doesn't eat. So, don't be the reason for that, okay?
Oh, that's rad. I love the designs in this game.
I love the design.
My question is, did I accidentally kill the wolves too fast to reveal that they are the carrion that she mentioned?
no, the birds are the carrion.
I love it has like a submarine fin on its back.
That's so good. Oh, it's $5. I've been
steak.
wondering what that S is this whole time.
It's also
Alright, so in this
SS, which is the typical destination for stuff.
In this art, the dollar sign has only 7 dashes, so now we'd be afraid.
God damn it.
And we are going to set a secret action.
Okay. Val is going to defer to Elisar.
Yeah, Elisar is completely starstruck by this animal. Amazing creature. Oh, we can learn so much about each other, about the past of this entire continent. Elisar is going to look up to Val. It's an amazing opportunity that we have here today. Why do you say we put this beastie somewhere it's going to be happy?
All the electricity you could ever want. Sounds good to me.
Yes, and for our safety, all nicely and neatly wrapped up within an insulated blanket.
With any luck, maybe I can find a way to use this thing to repair the broken generator. Shark-powered generator, what do you think? No?
That is a
terrible idea? Okay.
That's probably not a good idea. I think that probably classifies within wildlife exploitation, but
I don't think this counts as wildlife, man.
well, we'll just have to figure out exactly what we have to classify it. Exactly what we have to classify it as once we have it safely within captivity. I think taking the circuitry, what he's going to do is he's going to use his ability to create an open loop to make it seem like it's an escape, to make it visually appear like it's an escape. But because it's not actually physically changing anything about the loop, it's
still a
all
closed
just
circuit.
illusory. And what he's also going to do is he, with that opportunity, he's also going to wrap the insulated blanket around it so that it can be safely set down without having to worry about this thing escaping into some other conductor surface.
Okay, so first and foremost, you're gonna have to beat its brains with your roll.
Okay.
Second of all, this brains roll is gonna have a +2 on it for its electromagnetic automatic sensors. Just like sharks, it can sense electromagnetic, as well as one of its special traits called Raising the Stakes is activated. It is out of resolve, therefore every roll that it makes is an automatic escalation.
Yeesh.
So this counts as an escalation before even rolling.
So this is just to convince it to get in.
Yes.
I'm going to take what's left of the antenna and I'm going to jam the end into the snow to form a bridge between the machine and the snow to make it the path of least resistance.
Can you roll durability? The bird's trying to get out of the snow.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, House of Dreams, you did it! Suddenly there's something in the room, flapping around in the center.
Ah, shit.
It has chosen Stake as its target once again. Ice is going to form on its wing, and it is going to swing its wing, launching out icy feathers at Stake.
Okay.
Taking 3 damage.
Please, just... Yes, come here. There's so much that we can learn from one another.
I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna have enough to study with the Blizzard class. I'm just gonna kill it.
No, wait. Larry. Copper Islands, don't kill it. We can keep him maybe even together now in captivity. It seems that these two classes of creatures have formed some sort of bond between each other.
Yes, and they're more dangerous together.
But
It's dangerous enough on its own.
If we figure out a procedure to contain these two creatures together, then we can use their bond to keep them pacified.
I would also say that Num is relatively good with catching that bird.
So please, Corporal, just put down the gun.
Larry just walks away, gun lowered. You notice Soldier hasn't lowered his gun? He's just aiming at it, but that's it.
Lucy is going to send Num jump on top of this. Encore is going to jump in front of the bird's face trying to scare it. And Num is going to come by and try and grab it as Num is below the rubble boat.
Okay.
There is no longer any need for violence. We can capture and we can study these mysteries to figure out answers about this whole place, about this whole set of circumstances. So please, no more unnecessary violence.
Gnome, you've got a bird.
You got a bird.
Forget.
Holds a perfectly still bird in her hands.
Aw, hold them gentle, like hamburger.
Like hamburger. The bird is twitching, trying to push past and move. It is failing miserably. Because of its abysmal bronze, you can probably just hold it.
None holds bird.
Alright. LSR, I think it's time to do your thing.
Elisar is going to make one final attempt to coax this thing into this snare.
It is an automatic escalation, so the results will be even more destructive.
Yup.
Steak is currently distracted, so it's automatically activating its easily distractible flaw, which is a -2. And its 2 brains equals to just a d6. Steak molecularizes, diving towards.
Alright, there we are.
Val, Seiko, LSR, you 3 see in the circuit board going in an infinite loop 3 sparks. Not just 1, but 3. Just spinning in an infinite loop, not finding an end. And let me tell you, this is awesome because this is a perfect application of one of its abilities, which is it can go from the start to the end of any conductive material. Because there's no end to this loop, it can't come out.
That
You've
fucking
trapped
rocks.
it.
That rocks, you guys. Let's go.
The ability is actually called Railgun because it can fire itself like a railgun from any metal surface. Anyway.
Oh my god, I want this guy to be my best friend. Hang on.
Oh my god, that was something. What
I'd
am I
say
doing?
turn the generator back on, but I don't know if we have
I think we
power.
should get these sparks out of this room somehow. I don't want them touching anything. You still have that
Hey,
tarp,
what happens when I touch
LSR?
it?
Yes.
You're just gonna...
Yeah, it's been wrapped around the circuitry at this point. That
Okay.
$5 steak's been trapped within.
You know what? What's another tarp? I'm gonna spend another plot point for another tarp.
Just get the whole box of them out here.
Honestly, at this point, yeah.
And after that, we've probably I'm sure there's probably more of these fellows out there in the wild. Some should probably figure out something to do with that. Maybe insulating the entire outside of the station somehow.
Is anyone out front? She pulls up a tarp. Does anyone know if there are more coming?
That's a good idea.
We came in here as soon as something got inside. Didn't want anyone inside getting hurt.
That's fair enough.
Encore, I can't believe you wanted to fight that thing outside solo.
Seiko just kind of collapses and just puts her back against the desk. Tries to wipe some blood off of her, realizes, oh wait, that's my blood, and just realizes she's bleeding pretty badly.
Val places a tarp over this and just sucks up the electricity into it, dispersing it into the air.
You should probably start designing some place somewhere to make sure that this thing stays captive in this captivity.
Maybe like a trap or something. Maybe more of these. Points over
Maybe.
the generator.
Maybe.
You guys okay down there?
All right, you guys, we're starting our own SCP facility. Let's go.
Larry, you come down this way too. It seems like Dean had taken these 2 to the mess hall and they were hunkering down like underneath tables and they're coming out at this point. And she's just like, yeah, everything's good. Did you take care of the generator room problem?
Blizzard class. It's taken care of.
That's good. That's good. Oh yeah, another person comes out from a table. There we go. She would be there too.
Yeah, Goose.
And Goose is just like,
Is Seiko okay?
That could be better. On that, he turns his flashlight back forward and keeps walking.
hop up. You hear them just kind of muttering about like, well, we don't know if there's any more yet. We should probably stay here until we have orders.
If anyone wants to study one, we have 2 captured in that back in the generator room. Go check in out on them. I'm gonna go make sure the perimeter's clear.
You hear like kind of a high-pitched voice just go,
Wait, you captured one? Oh my god, wait, yes, I want to study it. Where?
Generator room.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Let's see, is there any rooms around the research station here that we could perhaps repurpose into some sort of insulated containment chamber?
We do have those containment chambers, I believe.
I heard that you used to house penguins somewhere on station. Is there an old, perhaps, habitat?
yeah, it's up north. It's the Marine Lab. We haven't really been there recently because frostbitten like this kind of swarm in the area, but yeah.
Well, if we figure out some sort of, let's just say temporary space to put this guy here, and perhaps we could organize a way to move him there later, down the line.
Uh-oh. He left the doors open.
That is very true.
We were running. Ain't got no time to close doors.
I see another door open. I don't remember that door being open. Hold on.
What you mean?
The top door up here. This is open.
Oh.
It definitely is.
Just gonna re-summon Soldier real quick. I'm in danger. Close the door. Ah, shit.
The chair has been knocked over. The table has been basically ransacked. What used to be sitting on it, now all you see is a knocked over radio and scattered papers across the floor.
I don't even have my communicator. That's what was powering it initially.
The windows have been shattered.
Something's in the building. Shit. Larry's gonna shout at the top of his lungs, which I'm not gonna replicate because, fuck. Something's in the building!
I think you're loud enough for it to echo and reverberate down.
Something's in the building!
Just echoing off the walls.
Oh, that sounded like Corporal Allen shouting that. Oh dear.
Oh. We should probably check in because that we're also in the building. We are included.
I guess we count as something. We should probably move together.
Yes, in that case, we should all stick together as a group. We need to be able to also guard our, new guests.
What did you find, Larry? Larry.
The radio's been smashed, something broke in.
Oh, wonderful.
And the door was open. Wide open.
Excuse me.
It could have gone out the front, but I'm gonna just...
Yes. Haven't met yet. Hello. Greetings.
Hi, Tricky.
Like, did we just hear that there's something else in the base?
Yes, we just took care of multiple... I guess Larry would call them bogeys here in the building, but apparently there's something else that's in here. Larry, you see anything?
Not in the break room. If we can get someone to, if we can get someone to change the pane of glass, they broke in through the, comms room. It looks like they trashed the place pretty bad.
I'm on it.
If anyone wants to guard him, and if,
Pardon.
new girl.
Yes, I'll do that. Hello.
New
yes,
girl,
what?
what's her
Tricky.
face? Yeah, hi,
Not
Tricky.
me? Hello.
No, Psycho.
Oh.
Someone
There's
get
a
Psycho.
Psycho?
She's good with...
Psycho.
Someone get... She's the girl with the cat ear headphones. Anyway, she's supposed to be good with... She seems to be good with communication. Tech, get her on that.
This is already going.
I'm gonna do a perimeter sweep, try to see if I can't find it or if it left.
These two are gonna head off to repair the window.
Well, I'd suggest we should probably get the power back running. If there's somebody else in here with us who broke in through the window, I, and probably many others, would feel a lot safer with the lights back on.
Yeah, I agree.
As long as Mr. Blizzard here is safely contained in this nice insulated donut, then I'm hoping that we have nothing to worry about if we get the generator back running.
I just need to disconnect these things. Chunk. Make sure that they Don't try and power it with... Oh, we've only got one fuel cell. That fucking sucks. Whatever. Yeah, it'll work. It'll run.
Very well.
I'm just gonna need to fix that up soon. Just... Power goes back on.
Ah, that's much nicer.
It should be okay. As long as we don't
Yeah.
try to run too many things at once.
We should get you back on your feet.
There's something on your head, Seiko.
Unknown? Begins looking around the room. Goose, hey.
Oh, you look like you've seen better days. You okay?
I fought a giant shark.
Hello, Goose.
Hey!
You think we should get Seiko back grouped up with the others? I feel like we'll be a lot safer in large numbers.
I broke my radio.
Oh no.
Yeah. The antenna's completely charred.
Yeah, let's go find everybody else.
Here you go.
Elisar is determined to not let this thing go.
Enjoy
Blizzard
that.
class. Jesus Christ.
Elisar, you're hurt too.
Oh, it's fine. I've been through the ringer many a time before, so.
Seiko will struggle up to her feet and she'll pick up Elisar. Come on, let's both get fixed up.
You're carrying me.
Is that okay?
I have my pride as a human being to not be carried by another, especially when I can walk on my own 2 feet just perfectly fine.
Here, I'll set you down. With Elisar
You're very
down.
strong.
Sorry. Thank you. I tried to stay fit.
I didn't check up top otherwise. I'm probably gonna, if Lucy's insisting on helping, I'm gonna say check the doors up top. Make sure none of them have been broken into, and I'm gonna do the same on the bottom.
Lucy's current plan is try and at least have like a major buddy system going on. Larry's gonna do Larry things, but Lucy's probably gonna grab Dean and go with the others up here, just to have some extra eyes.
Dean will go with you.
It's a storage closet. Doesn't look like anything's wrong in there, and there's no door, no window.
Storage closet, notably no Millie.
There's probably another storage closet. Nothing trashed in here.
It's normal.
Can I open this door or no?
Yes.
Hey kid.
He's staring out the window.
Oh. Ah, I just looked out the window. Oh, fuck.
Haha.
Are you gonna get a zoom on that little guy, or...?
Sure.
Kid.
Corporal.
Are you sure it's safe to be here? You know, kid, we did just, capture 1 or 2 things. Why don't you go run off now?
Okay. Yeah. I'll... Yeah.
You go check in with your dad.
He starts slow, looks back, and then just quickly goes.
You the boss?
Stares. Doesn't move.
Larry's just basically gonna sit here and stare at it.
It seems vaguely humanoid. And you watch as a long arm, way too long to be human, raises up and points a single finger towards the window.
Just a fair warning, because at some point I think you can hear me. And at some degree I think you guys can understand me. You come in here, I'll kill you. So why don't you scamper on home before the sun comes back up?
You blink and it's gone.
You're just gonna sit here in this chair and stare out the window for a bit longer.
Oh, Larry, you're gonna notice something immediately. Papers on this table.
Yeah.
It's really hard to miss, honestly. Seems to be a perfect drawing in pencil. Whatever the hell that thing was.
I mean, I did just see the little over-engineered scientist girl standing there staring at it. I kind of imagined she drew it.
She was sitting at the desk, yeah.
Just gonna look at it, fold it up, fold it neatly in half, put it underneath this book, and continue staring out the window.
I think I hear voices.
Do you hear the slight murmurs of Dean and Lucy talking?
Yeah, so I think you should probably come with me. I want to make sure that the others have extra eyes. This is a very precarious situation.
Yeah, especially if something got in here.
Yeah.
Just tip it, so we can get through the door.
Yeah, okay.
Like that.
All right.
Oh, okay, that's probably smart to bring it with us. Uncle, we're gonna start checking out these rooms.
Excuse us, Dean?
Yeah, sorry. Here you go. You should go on ahead, honestly.
Thank you.
That looks, breakable.
It's locked.
Yeah, that door's locked.
He tried it like 3 more times and then started. Dean, what's in that door there, just real quick?
The one right ahead of us?
Yes, this one.
That's Professor Iso's, private study.
Yes. Would the corporal have any sort of skeleton key, like access to all these locked off areas? We need to make sure we sweep the whole building, just to make sure that there's nothing nasty hiding anywhere.
She's gonna swipe her own key. Just open it. Step in. Look around. Steps back out. Nothing in there.
It could just be residual from that capacitor beam that the shark tried to hit us with. But I am absolutely ecstatic right now to get to finally research one of these beasties.
I think this is the one where they said the glass was broken.
Yes, that would be the communications room, correct?
Alright, knock, opening up the door. Hello?
You see 2 people installing a new window. One person is sweeping up the glass. The other is reaching up on top of this chair and just like pushing in basically slats to cover up the hole for the time being. The whole window didn't get broken. It was actually a very small portion of the window that was broken.
Ooh, that's even more interesting. Something small came through.
Well, it was either something small that entered the building, or perhaps something was thrown through the window. Have you two checked to see if everything, all the papers that got scattered about, is everything still there? Was anything taken?
Jeez. I don't really know what's normally here, but it looks like what's normally here.
Well, we should probably cross-reference what was here with Millie.
We could also, like, I'm pretty sure this is, like, kind of also Professor Iso's place. He would probably know some stuff on it, too. I mean, it's just an assumption, but...
Yes, we should find him as well. Coalesce to make sure to see if there's something actually entered. Well, maybe we can figure out what it was after.
I don't know, I could describe it as like a wind came in here and blew things around.
Yes, even blew the door open.
Yeah. I mean, if wind blows doors open.
The printer turns on. It starts to print something.
Okay.
Just kind of like all those printing sounds. These two just like step away from it for a second.
Oh, great. There's sharks in the printer, too. Alright.
It's the image I found. A photo of it, anyway.
Photo of the drawing of the thing.
Huh.
Like, what the hell is that? Why is the printer printing spooky pictures?
It looks like something that's been...
Okay, clearly someone else
Markedly
sent it there.
Okay, yeah, but like who?
Could be Millie.
Ups down.
Did any of you guys like send something to the printer?
No.
Through what?
Like the Wi-Fi?
No? What did it print out?
I don't know,
this
just
thing
like a
here.
picture.
Did Encore take
shows
it?
to the class.
Oh my god, the picture's gone!
Don't worry, Encore just brought it out to us out here. It's fine, it's fine.
He shows it like a presentation to the classroom.
Loading picture to those who
Great.
can't see it.
So,
At first glance, it appears to be a drawing, but upon closer inspection, it looks like an actual photograph of a drawing. There is that. I swear I've seen that desk before.
Just down that way. It's the... I don't even know what to call it. It's like a study.
didn't Larry go to the south?
Yeah, that's where Lara went.
Wonderful. It was probably Larry who sent that picture then.
Well,
Why would Larry send that picture?
it's a
We should
wonderful
find Larry.
drawing.
That seems kind of like a spooky thing for a corporal to send.
Yes, it's probably important. You know, it'd be very handy if he used the communicator that I gave him earlier, but...
If only you didn't
The-
use it to trap $5 steak.
The
Anyway,
one that
Well,
you
it
broke
found
to
its-
use. Okay.
It found its purpose. He told me he wasn't planning on using it anytime soon, and, well, his choice is his choice. Besides, it didn't break the entire thing. I only just used the battery.
We should probably go find...
We should get moving.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, let's do that.
Encore is going to similarly fold the picture and put it in his mouth. Alright, let's go.
You all go that way. We'll circle around, and, well, whoever runs into Larry first, our good corporal, wins. Now, I would just use my sense power to search the building, but right now I'm sort of using it to help us keep this guy suspended above any surfaces he might try to transfer into. And while we cannot confirm we're in any sort of safety, we also can't confirm that we're in any danger. So, while we can't draw any conclusions from the current circumstances, we must also not write anything off.
Yeah, good idea.
Alright, easy does it with the door.
Ah, soldier.
soldier turns. Larry does not.
Larry, are you... alright? We're assuming that picture was from you.
He was standing outside, staring at her.
What, the drawing?
Who?
What, the thing in the drawing?
The thing Millie drew. It was blood red.
Oh,
It looked to be made of blood red ice.
that's horrifying.
Someone go check up on the kid. I need to go complete my perimeter sweep.
We should perhaps review some of the security footage, not only from our own cameras, but maybe even from Millie's own scouter. See if we can,
Makes sense.
you know, maybe see for ourselves whatever the heck our corporal there was talking about.
Tali, I would like to check something because Jared has idea.
Mm-hmm.
Encore is going to open his maw and take the picture out.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to take like a really good look at the picture and then kind of just hold it up outside just to kind of like gauge it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything happen after looking at the picture and looking outside?
No?
Okay. Just testing a theory.
Yeah, if you want to set our friend here down on the rug for a moment here, I can always test to see if there's something hiding where we may not be able to perceive it.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Place.
He's going to walk over to the desk and use his stance ability to, right outside where the corporal said that this thing was standing, is going to, from this vantage point, start to sift through the snow, looking to see if there's maybe any footprints, like footprints that have been since covered up by the storm. He wants to see that maybe if this thing was out there and then not out there, to see if maybe it left a track somewhere where we wouldn't be able to see it, that if it left tracks in the imperceivable.
Yeah. Give me a precision roll. You do see footprints. Just 2 footprints. No trail leading up, no trail leading away.
Well, I can confirm it was definitely there. Yeah, judging by the amount of snow that's at the top of these footprints, and I can gauge and yes, what our corporal was saying he saw out there was not just any hallucination, no. It had a physical presence out there.
Well, perhaps we should continue going with Larry if the thing has seemed to moved on.
Yes. It doesn't seem like it was actually inside the building anymore. But while we're here and while we have our guest here safely laying down on the carpets, I'm going to check the rest of the building. Alistar's going to do the same thing. He's going to open up kind of like that. Like that plane of viewing, essentially. He's going to sweep the building again.
Okay. You see Dean handing out drinks in the break room to Val, the other 2 from earlier. Goose heading back to her greenhouse. Make sure nothing was hurt. Finding, thankfully, that nothing was hurt. The engine room still chugging along, despite only having 1 generator left. Barry opening the door to the lab, finding Bliss, Millie, Dr. Tiller. See, Millie is, just hugging Bliss really tight. Bliss is hugging her back. Dr. Tiller's kind of got like 1 elbow on the desk as Larry comes in. Everything else seems status quo. Things are normal. You notice one thing. Scan the halls. Scan the rooms. Scan everything. Everything. You can't find Murphy.
We need to go meet up with Larry. Right now.
Which way did Larry go?
He's in here. Yeah, let me lead. You take this end, I'll take yours.
Alright.
A lot scarier than I thought it was gonna be.
Ah, yes. Exciting, isn't it? to come face to face with the, so far, the most brutal and, I would even risk to say, malicious thing that the storm has thrown at us yet. Well, it's rather invigorating.
All right, everyone's good. I think everyone's accounted for, right?
Yeah. Let me in. I should speak to the corporal. Yeah, Lucy, can you take my end of the rope real quick?
I got it.
Oh, right, yes, thank you, Uncle.
No problem.
Corporal. I scanned the whole base and I couldn't find Murphy anywhere. Have you seen him? Where's the security offices?
Back by the front door. This place doesn't have much of a security base, it seems. It is supposed to be a research lab. And not towards Dr. Tiller.
I'm sorry, you all, but we still have one that's not accounted for. We need to go check the cameras.
Who's missing?
Murphy, the airplane pilot.
Millie kind of turns around in, like, Bliss's arms and just, like, looks back.
Do you want my help?
If you're willing.
I can look on the cameras.
It'll just take a second. She seems to wipe her eyes a little.
Problem is, most of the cameras were probably down, besides battery-powered ones when we turned off the generator.
Well, speaking of, do you still have your laptop with you?
It's back in my lab. I left it when you said it was a risk for me.
Yes. Is that connected to the security cameras as well?
I can get in.
Very well. I suppose that's closer then, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I think all of you should come as well.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna stay here. Someone's missing.
You open the door to Millie's lab. Looks pretty much how you last saw it. Laptop's closed. Other than that.
Also, I would like all of you to meet our new guest. Blizzard classified $5 steak. May not look like much, as he is right now, but once we find a way to safely, study and run tests on this creature, it was quite the impressive beastie.
That's a frostbitten. You got a frostbitten in the circuit board.
Yes. Thanks to Val's off-the-cuff intuitions, we were able to safely ensnare and capture this frostbitten.
Num holds up bird.
Same one that did all that damage to those field cells in there. I'm sure Val is, feeling quite a bit of catharsis from what we were able to accomplish in there today.
I imagine she's pissed off. Anyway, let's get moving. We got a missing man to find.
Don't think he went outside, do you?
I really hope not. I can see if there's any security footage real quick.
She goes in, flicks on the lights, sprays herself to decontaminate, and runs over to her laptop real quick. Flips it open, powers it up. I'm gonna make her do a brains roll. Oh, Millie. So she flips on the laptop. She opens what looks like sort of a security interface. There's not many cameras in this place, let's be honest. You guys haven't seen many. But what there is there's one on pretty much all the main hallways and intersections, as well as the engine room and the two doors. And she taps a little bit, rewinds the footage, zooms in, picks up the laptop and comes over.
Okay, I was a little scared there. You were right next to a window.
I was keeping an eye on it.
She looks back at the window, kind of sweats for a second.
Yeah.
And then she holds up the
Did
laptop.
you find anything?
And lets you see. And you see Murphy in this hallway, actually.
This exact hallway?
Yeah, I
leaning
remember
against
he
this
was
wall.
in this hallway when you two guys went out the bottom.
He's
Went
leaning
out the
against the
south
wall.
side.
He watches as Millie comes out the door, seems to say something. There's no sound on these cameras, and then runs into the kitchen, where you know there to be a broom closet, essentially.
Okay.
Oh, there's a door
Murphy
there.
watches. Yeah. And he stays there. And then, as if kind of, or like, just the body language doesn't make sense, he just bolts up, opens this door, and walks out.
God damn it. We've got to go after him.
Not in the blizzard at night.
No, in the blizzard at night, Corporal.
You're not going after him in the blizzard at night. You've got stuff to research, Doctor.
No,
Okay.
not without my coat, at least. Let me put that on.
Wait. If you're all going out in the blizzard, hold on.
Sets laptop down, comes out.
We don't know which direction he went. At all.
I can figure it out. We don't have much time, just let me try.
Okay.
Likely, if he's out there in the cold alone, he's going to eventually start slowing down, and there's only a matter of time that we have to get him back inside to warmth and safety.
Battery's already been ripped apart, anyway.
He can't be far. We didn't spend that long
Yeah, I'm coming
wrangling
with you.
$5 steak over there. Alright.
Like hell if I'm letting him just walk out into the blizzard alone.
Lucy, you stay with them. If this $5 steak gets free, they need someone who can hold their own.
Alright, cool. Sounds good. Hey, can I, plot point something?
Yeah, sure, what's up?
These containment units, do we have knowledge that they can contain stands?
That was never acknowledged, no. Are you plots pointing to say that they do that now?
Have Num put the bird somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
Num still has the bird.
Gotcha, yeah.
Dr. Tiller, is there a place that's pretty good at holding supernatural beings?
Are you
Points
able...
the bird.
We've been trying to construct something to contain them. The laboratory's holding cells might work. It is small enough. Here, follow me.
Alright. Num is going to follow.
Millie is going to, like, tiptoe dance back and forth, like, God, I gotta go somewhere, And then she's immediately gonna just, like, start running out the door.
I
To
have an
follow
idea.
after Bliss.
Alistar's going to
Child, no.
run back out. Going to go into the kitchen.
Okay.
And from where they were cooking dinner, he's going to see if there's like any like pots of boiling water, any kettles, anything like that.
Yes, definitely.
All right, he's going to take a kettle of boiling water essentially and discreetly tuck it away into the imperceivable on his own
Okay.
person.
Okay,
Excuse?
okay,
To keep it out of the cold, and if they
okay.
in an emergency, if they need that hot water,
Yeah.
he's going to have it on him.
You now have hot water in you. Congrats. That's fucking amazing.
Fucking pulls kettle of boiling water out from behind your ear.
Yeah, Num, you go in with Dr. Tiller. Dr. Tiller would have come with you, and she'd just be like, right here, this one's still operational. So I should just place bird.
Bird acquired. Achievement
The
unlocked.
bird seems to be like, you know how a bird moves after it's hit a wind, like a window, where it's just like on its wings, like crawling? It's kind of like that. It looks really pathetic.
Little sad boy. Gets a little
Alright,
sad
good.
boy cash.
Thank you for the information, Dr. Tiller. They need me, so I will.
Yes, of course. I'll make sure this
Good luck.
doesn't get out, I suppose. Did not expect to be using this so soon. Good luck.
Same.
Lily is like trying to go towards the door, and then Bliss is just stopping her, like,
You're not going out there. We're gonna go try and find Murphy. If we can't, we're coming back. But I don't want you risking yourself. Someone's gotta keep this place on lockdown.
I just don't want anything to happen to him.
Dr. Tiller,
Yeah. What is it?
do you think we could fit this in one of those pods?
I
Containment
think
thing?
this would fit, yes? Here.
Alright. I'll leave it with you then.
I can't believe you guys with this shit.
It's great.
Oh. Bliss is just gonna give Melly a quick hug and just be like, we'll be back. If we can't find him, we're not gonna go too far.
Okay. If you need me, I'm just a call away.
Yeah, no, sweetheart. Alright, let's go.
We have you on comms, and don't worry, we're gonna find Murphy, I promise.
I believe you.
Alright then.
He just kind of like stands in the doorway for a second, waves, and the door shuts.
Yeah, Elisar's
Morgan
waving
gives her a
back.
Thumbs up.
Takeo gives a small smile and waves.
And Elisar, as you're coming out, you do see. Yeah, it's dark as hell.
He's going to do the same thing that he did before, with using his ability. He's going to kind of look at the layers of the snow just to see if there are footprints that have been since covered up by the blizzard.
Yeah, that precision roll. Escalation.
Good God.
Okay. All along the path, tiles start to flip over, revealing footprints covered by snow.
There he is.
You run off in this direction.
Or at least, there he was. Come on. Everyone, make sure to keep friction. Keep rubbing your fingers.
It is gonna be a little chilly. Careful of frostbite.
Yeah,
Be careful of frostbitten.
that too.
True.
Frostbitten threat at the base, for the time being, has been nullified. Where do you want to go in the east? Just follow the footprints?
That seems like the smartest thing is to just continue
Wherever the footprints
following
take us.
Elisar's
Yeah.
directions. Why would Murphy go out this far?
I have no idea.
Perhaps it's while we are traveling out here, it's time I get to elucidate the rest of you as to part of why I was brought on to this project. I've been informed that one of the researchers who used to work at the Ice Core division disappeared in a similar way to how Murphy just decided to just walk out. He, Mr. Echelon, wasn't so lucky. But that was because no one was able to catch him when he left. However, because Murphy only, I'd say maybe a quarter of an hour ago, had left the building, I have hope that we'll be able to catch up with him in time. I fear that if an occurrence like what happened to Mr. Hexaflake occurs again so soon to a beloved member of this research team, then I feel like the morale of the group will be forever and irreparably damaged. So not only for the sake of his life, but for the sake of everyone else's continued lives here at Eso-Tiller, it is imperative that we go out and we find Murphy.
I'll trust your judgment for now. I don't think it's wise to be out here this early in the night. For too long.
Yeah, no, I agree. We don't normally go on excursions during the night, so I have no idea what sort of things could be out here. We could at least try and stop at the generator, maybe recover a bit of warmth.
Yes, that's a good idea. Behind the cover of the building, there should be probably a spot that would be half safe from the winds.
Yeah. At least get our bearings. Plan out of a little bit of a more of what we're gonna do. I don't like running off into the maw of the monsters, if you know what I mean, just without a plan.
Yes, I agree with your judgment there. We should formulate some sort of strategy for going forward here.
Continue by the footprints, basically going down this trail through the cold, the blizzard ripping and raging at your skin. You arrive at the entrance to the tunnel.
Ooh. It's incredible how quickly this environment tries to draw the very warmth out of your heart.
One of the joys of working here, right?
Let's stop here for a moment. I have something for all of you moving forward. Let's get up to the walls of the building first.
It's like he's actually here.
Do the footprints lead into the building at all, or around?
They lead around it, up the top.
Okay. Yeah, let's stop. Would you say is it safe, or should we just stay outside? Well, it's locked, so.
Is it safe to go into the generator? Yeah, unless there's, well, shock attacks.
Well,
That's
let me
safe.
check real quick. I would like to, can I peer past this door? You just see if the coast is clear.
Give me a precision roll again. You look past. Seems empty. See tools on the ground from what Val was probably fixing.
Alright, everybody, single file. Let's stop in here for a minute to gather our bearings and maybe gather a bit of our warmth as well.
This is just automatically going up to the door with a keychain.
I mean, I can just open it.
Ah, yes, very well
sense.
done.
Yeah, come on in. This was a project between me and Mr. Hexaflake, actually. So, the fact that you're
Yes.
talking about him's kinda...
There's some
apt.
poetic irony there. That this set of circumstances has brought us to one of his old workstations.
Yeah, he actually devised the high-speed rails that, would traverse you from here to the ice space. You know, ice. Aha, pun intended.
Yeah.
That's where that goes.
I'm sure it's an ice place.
yeah, it is.
Elisar is going to, like a magic trick, basically, produce that kettle of the boiling water and some cups. I'll plus point that he also brought cups for everyone. Yeah, everybody, don't burn yourself.
Hot water.
Thank you. That's convenient.
What a nice
Yes.
trick.
It should also keep us alive.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like a grade A idiot for running out here, but I agree with you, dog. If he's running out into that blizzard, he's gonna be dead by morning.
Encore.
Is this a little ladder going down?
Yes, it is.
Encore is going to speak open, and his voice is going to echo through, "Hello!
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hang on, let me try something else. Hola!
La. Hola. Hola.
I don't think anybody's down there."
Are you trying to check and see if he went down the hole?
Yes.
I mean, fair enough. It could be.
I mean, it's where I would hide. Holes are great for defense.
Bliss raises an eyebrow.
I wouldn't want to accidentally, let more of those frostbitten creatures let them know that we're here. That would be bad.
Lucy,
Yes.
there's something that's been on my mind since we left. I'm wondering if you're sharing the same thought.
Probably. Please say.
Well, this just seems very similar to some of the stuff we were researching. The way his mood just changed.
You're right. Huh.
Remind me again what it is that you research.
Stands and supernatural entities. Basically anything that's been brought into the world from the power apocalypse and kinetics.
I have reason to believe that, yes, Murphy is indeed alone out here.
Which is extremely weird because if there's something messing with him, Murphy kind of had a slightly natural reaction if he just kind of perked up and left. From the kitchen, from the footage. Something's really telling me he's not alone.
Are you suspecting that he underwent some sort of stand-based awakening?
I was gonna go with possession, but...
Yes, maybe something that wasn't quite his suddenly made a connection.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Lucifer, but don't stands not show up on recording? Isn't that a thing?
It depends on the situation. I have received photos before from Star Road from a... I forget his last name.
Mr. Nijimura?
Mr. Nijimura, yes, we've had photos of stands before that we were researching, but...
Only on fringe cases, right?
Yeah, so unless there's something actively... My hypothesis is that something's actively affecting the recording, such as how we have the ability to imbue some things with stand energy. So yes, no, there wouldn't be anything if there was something floating by him in the footage, I would say. I can't shake the feeling that it's something's with him right now.
Yeah.
I sort of get that feeling as well, which is even more reason that we should cut our conversation here short. Moving forward, we follow the footprints that he left. We don't get distracted by anything else. We just gotta keep moving, and eventually, I hope that we find him. If any of you, along the way, need to go back, do not go back alone, take somebody else with you.
Don't worry, honestly, I'm a little timid about the situation, so if anybody wants to go back, I will escort them back as just an extra couple pair of eyes.
Very well. And keep in mind the warning signs of early frostbite and hypothermia. If you start feeling any sort of symptoms, which would suggest that, please let me know immediately and I will get you another cup of boiling water. Sound good? Alright. Let's get moving then.
You may actually want to cool it a little bit so it's just warm.
Well,
boiling water in Arctic temperatures can freeze instantly.
I feel like our time spent out in the blizzard has already lowered the temperature of this kettle quite a bit.
Okay.
He's going to store it back into the non-space.
And I know I'm hurt, but just keep in mind that I can still fight.
Yes, if we run into any more frostbitten, then we shouldn't be risking ourselves. Depending on the situation, we may need to turn back and abandon Murphy. As much as it pains me to say it, we shouldn't be risking our lives as well. That's just going to make everything worse.
Yeah.
It's sad, but you're right.
I don't think going out here on lack of sleep is a good idea either.
That's very true. I could not sleep on that plane ride. I don't think that's a good idea at this very moment, given that he only has such a small head start on us. If we were to rest for an hour, that's now an hour and a quarter at minimum.
After an hour, this boiling water will have surely cooled all the way down by then. Once we reach him, if we have no way of saving him, then, well, what's the point in the first place, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I'm sorry, I know you may be tired and sore, scratched, bleeding, but we must pursue Murphy at all costs.
Yeah, Tali, can I look around and see if there's like a first aid kit like in the walls or something on the wall
Yeah,
or
roll me a
something?
salvage check. So you won by none. So you get 2 scrap. There's a first aid kit here, but it's been mostly used.
Which makes sense given the situation.
And, Encore, you jump down the tunnel.
Oh, there's a map. Let's go.
Encore's Underground Adventure, let's go. Should we really be letting him go down there unsupervised?
He'll be fine. He can't go that far away from me. Ooh, funky. Alright, what can I grab here? Ooh, that's... What? I'm gonna touch it. What's this?
It's like a minecart, but futuristic. Like a shuttle cart.
If I wasn't tied to Lucy, I want to go. I want to ride it so badly. Next time, I'll ask permission. Hey, there we go. Okay. I'll take one of you, and one of you, one of you.
Give me a scrap roll, you dork.
You.
Yeah. Encore, you grab things you think are useful. Are they actually useful? Who knows? Lucy, you got one scrap.
Lucy's gonna love this.
Encore, you hear just kind of like a... like scurrying sound in the wall.
It's only the wind. He's gonna like bang on the side of the wall here, just to see if it like reverberates through.
Yeah, reverberating down the whole tunnel, echoing like earlier.
This place needs to be kind of patched up a little bit. I mean, don't we all, though? Kind of a weird noise, though. Kind of sounds like me when I'm skittering across the floor. God, I want to ride this thing so badly. What the hell? He's gonna sit in it for a second.
You sit in the coaster, you feel accomplished.
Yeah. Hey, what are these? Encore does speak aloud, by the way.
I love Encore.
He's gonna look at these papers.
Yeah. Give me, I guess brains.
There you go, Encore.
Papers, research papers, sort of, maybe. Scientists at the base definitely made these.
Oh, Lucy likes these things. He's going to grab them and shove them in his mouth next to where the drawing is.
Oh my god, okay. Love Encore.
Encore's gonna take like one last look down the corridor before he goes.
One of the lights just flickers on and off.
This place is rad. I should come back here.
I love Encore.
Is he
So
helping
much.
Morse
He's
code
so
again?
good.
Yes, he is.
I love him!
Lucy, I'm back. I found a thing.
Ah, yes, hello.
He shoves all the stuff that he gave to Lucy.
Oh, good.
Alright.
Is there anything in there that we can use?
This one's like a malfunctioning button.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I found these. He opens his maw. Here, you like these kinds of things? Yes.
Were you rifling around down there?
Yeah,
Figures.
I found things. It's great. Lucy and he's also going to show it to Elisar.
What exactly is down there, anyways? I
Oh,
said, I
there's-
heard you talking about, the late Mr. Hexaflick was working on some sort of, high-speed rail project? Was it?
Oh, it is so cool down there. I want to ride it so badly.
You
It's probably
shouldn't.
not finished.
What?
No, it was finished, and then there was a collapse. So,
Oh, well.
if you rode that, it would...
Using the,
Yeah.
Probably using the tunnels to continue east is right out then, right?
Yeah, unless we find some way to excavate the things.
Or bypass them completely, yes.
Yeah. Now it's kind of blocked off, though.
Like, super
Bummer.
blocked off, like, more blocked off than I could just probably, you know...
Yeah, I would say
access them.
hella blocked off, but I don't know
Hella
about your
blocked off.
ability. Yeah, hella blocked off.
Oh, I mean, I could. Well, no, that's for.
Well, if
It's like gonna need a quadruple bypass.
if it's more blocked off than what I can handle it with my own stand ability, then we can just... Whoop, I could just bring us back up to the surface, lickety-split.
I mean, I could get us through, but like once.
Yes, you're... And I could make sure, I guess, that the ceiling doesn't
The cart
collapse
would
on
be
us.
completely eviscerated.
You need the cart, Professor Eso?
Yeah, I kind of want that.
Damn.
I appreciate all the ideas, guys. I really do. But Murphy,
We need to
Yeah, we
continue
should
following
look at
this
Murphy.
footprints,
We'll
right?
look at these papers later.
If we need to suddenly escape somewhere, I shall keep in mind as to where these tunnels are.
The blizzard rages, illuminated only by the shaking lights of a lantern. One Shinzo Murphy takes stumbling step after stumbling step forward, pushing ever forward. He stumbles, falling into the snow, the lantern sort of just cascading to the side, getting snuffed out. As he tries to push himself up, he looks forward, squints his eyes, looking through the raging storm. He's in a tundra, flat, icy, ice flows, snow drifts. No topology to be said. So, it's just a little strange seeing another figure standing out there.
oh, it's just not my lucky day.
Murph, no.
Alright. Rescue Murphy mission time.
Let's grab the boy.
Do it, guys. Let's get him.
We are going to acquire boy and bring him
Fuck
home.
me. Fuck me.
Fantastic.
With nothing but
Oh my
a
god.
guy with 2 guns, a kettle of boiling water, and some goddamn hope. Let's go, guys. Let's go, gang.
Oh. Art?
Art,
Alright.
please give.
Art. I want art
I
in my face.
require.
I want to remind us that this was the same session where we trapped $5 steak in a circuit board. I just acquired a dog. Here is
I
dog.
really-
Hush puppies.
I really wanted to monologue against dog. I think I already know what they're doing.
Dog-a-log.
Yeah, dog-a-log.
Here are the dogs.
The art is so good. Fucking love the pink lighting. It's so good.
I like him.
These guys are fun.
Yeah, what a cool change of pace for a JoJo's campaign.
Having actual traditional monster encounters.
Yeah, it's not something I'm used to.
Yeah. There was a few things I really wanted to do with this. One being the have monsters, and 2 being I wanted the antagonistic force to not be stands.
I think you've integrated the whole bizarre field idea into that concept really well.
I'm glad. I thought that the whole, using AI models to, predict what they're gonna do was a fun way to do it.
It makes sense for the setting, but also,
mechanically, having like the Phantom Bazaar fields just makes it feel like a lot more of a urgent thing that you have to do, rather than something that you're just going to get to at one point, you know?
Tali, as soon as you revealed Finn, I was just like, oh, fuck you.
Here's the Phantom Bazaar field.
Oh, I was wondering what that was. This is rad.
Yeah. So it doesn't show what the Bazaar field rank is until you get a correct monologue. And if you fail, there's something special about this campaign, which is that unopposed monologues, you can make them at any time like 1.3 rules. And if you're wrong, rather than shaking you, it just reactivates the Phantom Bazaar field. So
it's like them gaining another point, essentially.
it's like, it doesn't give them another point, but it does, it doesn't let you unopposed monologue at them again. Because while this is up, you can't unopposed. It's basically like, as soon as you get one
like
thing
this rule
wrong,
better.
you can no longer do it.
Gotcha.
And,
I like that rule a lot better.
and next time they show up, they will be able to shake you. So it's a better trade-off of, like, it's not a guaranteed shake-in, it just
I agree.
might cause one. That being said, I can post some birds. House of Dreams, anybody?
Yo, give Bird.
Yo, her bird.
Hey.
Yo,
bird
we got
like
one of those for the
hamburger.
collection.
Aurora Australis birds? Well, guys,
It's so good. God, I love the inner lighting doing like the bones of the bird. That's rad.
I'm really proud of these guys.
Freaky little things.
You have one in a microwave.
It's true.
It's great.
Chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner.
Yummy.
And as is tradition with any game I run, I love the first encounter to be kind of goofy to set the tone light. So $5 steak. $5 steak has gone through a lot of iterations. It's, fun fact, it's also the first frostbitten I ever came up with. Here's the little shark fin.
Yeah, the fin. The entire time I was trying to do $SI. What could that be? And I saw the little triangle there, and I was like, maybe it's like a sin, like a tangent thing. Maybe it does something with angles. I was very wrong.
No, it's railgun shark. I also drew
Fooey,
this.
that was my second guess.
So there's that. And here's the bastard himself.
Yo, the lad, we got one of those for our Nuzlocke.
Yeah, that really felt like a nice, proper first encounter, you know?
Glad. And this was drawn like a day ago just because I really wanted to draw something for this. It was just going to be a single token, but then I just fully redrew it for this.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's rad!
Hang on, let me open the full
Look
version of
at
this thing.
it! This looks so
cool.
freaking rad. I love Railgun Shark.
Railgun shark.
Yeah, mountain.
Man. Yeah, so these are not stand eye catches, these are frostbitten eye catches, and the stats are a relative average of their combat abilities.
Okay. Since they're not stands, I wonder what the potential stat means for them.
That is a good question.
I can't wait for them to have like an evolution or something like that later on.
Have this.
Yeah!
Little guy.
Ready. I do wonder if it is actually like an evolution thing where like we'll see like an Act 2 variant of it where it's just like in the thunder mode like all the time, or if it's like something to do with like their physiology.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, me when I fucking get you.
Oh, $5 steak? More like $5 circuit board. What the fuck? Oh, Val. I forgot Val.
Oh yeah, Val's eye catch. Dude, give.
Val happened. The entire reason that she has this stand, by the way, is because of the line in the song that's like,
Yeah.
that shock in the dark can suck my dick. And here's Family Affair.
It begins. Me and Val are gonna turn this entire place into an SCP lab. I hope you're ready for that.
I had a lot of fun with this stance ability because it's one of those, it sounds really simple, but it has so many applications to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just rotating things 90 degrees.
Oh, I love the stand rush thing too, to make it do it multiple times. That was fun.
Yeah. She's a lot of fun. This.
I know what you are.
Oh yeah, the important one.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Ooh, interesting background.
I love this one so much.
I like you saying that the little pokies at the end were doing little footprints, because now I can all imagine is this thing doing like a little Mr. Krabs skitter.
Alright, well, yeah, as soon as I saw this guy, I knew I was hooked, so you got me.
Fuck yeah. Maybe. I can probably post this. So, this game has gone through a lot of iterations. Because it's the concept art that started this campaign. This was made like a year ago. And this is where I was just like, oh, I need to make this campaign. Oh, fuck, this is cool. And I'm so happy that this scene finally happened, because... Anyway, here.
Oh my god.
Huh.
That's so good.
That is
That
the
thing
scene that I
looks
wrote the entire
terrible.
campaign around.
Tali, this character makes me so uncomfortable.
I am
It
glad.
makes me
He
giddy.
just looks like a normal human, right? That someone skinned and like removed organs from.
This makes me so giddy. I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and there's an old design of
That-
Millie
that
on
was,
there.
That was a really well
Like
done
a
scene
horror
by
game.
Mikey as well. I know he's not here, but
Mikey
no,
killed it.
future Mikey, fucking well done, man. That was awesome.
Oh, Tali, you just registered. It's like the spikes on the side of its head is blood freezing solid from the wind.
Yeah.
Well, guys, good steak session. Now I want to go eat some, so I'll have to get you all.
Great, have a good steak.
Thanks for playing, everyone.
Thank you very much, Tali. It was very good.
You're welcome.
One more.
I want more too.